Dark clouds, hooded figures, strange chanting in an unknown language. What's happening in our town? Tonight on Game Night, can Rusty, Aaron, Lincoln, and Nikki save our town and maybe the world in Arkham Horror 3rd Edition? A game for 1 to 6 investigators from Fantasy Flight Games, designed by Nikki Valens and based on previous Arkham Horror editions by Richard Launius and Kevin Wilson. Journey with us to fog-shrouded 1920s New England and find out.
Hey, Aaron.
Yes, Lincoln?
Will you teach us the 3rd edition of Arkham Horror?
I will. And you don't even have to learn the 1st or 2nd edition to know this one.
I've only played 2nd edition. So.
I've played the 2nd edition many times, and we've all played Eldritch Horror and
Arkham Horror card game.
Arkham Horror card game here on this show. But this is a whole new monster, so to speak, although it takes things from each of those editions and streamlines and perfects them, hopefully. So, Arkham Horror 3rd Edition, if you didn't know, is a cooperative game where we are trying to save the town and sort of the world from the unspeakable horrors of the elder gods trying to rise up and destroy the world. So we are investigators, we're the good guys, and there will be monsters and secret cults and evil plots. We're going to stop them. And here's how we do it. So the base game that we have here comes with 4 scenarios, and we're going to play the recommended starting scenario, Approach of Azathoth. Although I've heard that this may be the hardest scenario, so we are prepared to go down fighting and lose the good fight horribly, dying and going insane. But each scenario comes with its own scenario card that tells you how to set up the game, as well as different event cards which will flavor the events that happen to your characters and items that you can pick up. The actual rules for how to win and lose the game, and like the card game sort of, lots of different rules for the game itself will change from scenario to scenario. So that's sort of the way that this game is built, that the scenario determines the framework of each individual game, basically. And so once we finish setup and explanation, I will take the last 2 of these archive cards and place them here, and that will give us some guidance on how to proceed in the game. Right now, we don't even know how to win or how to lose the game, but this will tell us some hints or some strategy on how to go forward and what we want to do.
Cool.
So the game is played in 4 phases, and I have taken the leader token, which has this little flashlight on it, but we choose player order every turn, so there's no going around clockwise or in player order. We choose the most advantageous order for ourselves to take our actions in. But this is the phases that we do go through in a turn.
Cool.
The first phase is the action phase, where we each get 2 actions. And again, whatever order we want. If it makes more sense for Rusty to say, go and fight this monster, which opens up a path for Lincoln to get to where he needs to, then we do things.
So we can zigzag around, whatever.
Neat. But we each take 2 actions, and you have to take those 2 actions. You can't interrupt them, for instance. You move, then Lincoln does this, then Nikki does this, then you all take your second actions. No. You take 2, he takes 2, I take 2. You take your 2 actions.
It does take 2 to make a thing go right.
We have this little token, which to keep track of who's gone and who hasn't, the light side means I haven't taken my 2 actions yet, and the dark side means I've gone and taken my 2 actions. Okay. Just so in case we forget what order we're going in.
Cool.
Like Eldritch Horror, you cannot take the same action twice in the same turn. That's your only rule, essentially, for actions. Otherwise, you can take any 2 of the following actions. First type of action you can take is a move action. The basic move action is very simple. You can move up to 2 spaces. We have the neighborhoods here in Arkham, which each have 3 zones in them, and these street spaces which connect them. So if I was to take a move action and go 1, 2, I could end up here in this street, or 1, 2 down here to the unvisited aisle. If you move into a space with a ready monster, we're going to get to this later, but this side is a ready monster and this side is a unreadied monster. So he's actually called Exhausted.
He's exhausted the monster?
A ready monster stops and ends your movement immediately.
Okay.
But otherwise, I can move 2 spaces. If you need to move more in a single turn, you can hire a cab or something. You can spend $1 for a 3rd space of movement and $1 for a 4th.
Oh, wow.
And that's the limit for a single turn. And that's very expensive because you could spend that money on all their useful things. And as you see, $2 is Rusty's entire starting money. And most of mine and Lincoln's. Nikki's the rich woman with $5. So you can move up to 4 spaces, but normally it's 2 without spending money. And again, you can't move twice in the same turn. You would have to, if you needed to move farther than that or you couldn't afford to get to where you needed to go, you'd have to break it up over 2 turns. Or have a special card that let you move extra spaces somehow. Next action type is gather resources. This is an action where you can just say, I'm gathering resources, and you take $1 from the bank. That could synchronize well with, I need to move 3 spaces this turn. So you could take $1 from gathering resources as your first action, and then spend it as a move to go 3 spaces as your second action. Gather resources gets you $1. Focus is the way you gain skill tokens, which we have 5 types of. Hand me any one of those focus tokens over there.
Focus tokens. Are they flippy 1 and 2?
They are. No, they're all +1.
Because I think that was something, or maybe -1 was it in Eldritch?
There were definitely +2s, but I think they were easier to get in Eldritch, or you could hold more of them. In fact, you can only have 1 of each type in this game, so there's no reason to ever have a +2.
Okay.
So these correspond to your 5 skills on your character sheet, which we haven't covered yet, but we'll get to. You have a raw skill number on your character sheet, and that is how many dice you will roll in a skill test. I'm about to get to that. But focus will temporarily increase your skill value for that skill that you've chosen. You just choose one of those skills: lore, influence, observation, strength, or will. Lincoln's handed me an influence focus token. So my action is to take this focus token, and my influence is now effectively 3. I'm going to now roll 3 dice instead of 2 whenever I need to make an influence skill check. We all have a focus limit written right above your health there. That is the total number of these tokens that you can hold. So mine is only 2. I could only have 2 of my skills boosted at once.
Wow.
But I can also use up this token for a 1-die reroll if I need to. If I've missed a critical skill check to defeat a monster or do something very important, I can burn this token. Of course, I can get one back with an action later and reroll one of my dice. And now that we're talking about skill checks, it's a great time to talk about what skill checks are.
Okay.
Again, we've got our skill levels listed on our character sheets. And if I've boosted my influence from 2 to 3, that means if I need to make an influence check, which will usually arise from an encounter during the game, I roll 3 dice. And like almost every game in the Arkham Horror universe, a 5 or 6 gets you a success on a skill check. So right now I have failed. So maybe this is an important check and I do want to spend my focus token and re-roll one of my dice, hoping for that 5 or 6, and now I've done it.
Yay.
Whatever that important task was, I did it.
Yay.
You can also, like a lot of the games in this family, spend clue tokens for a re-roll. But clue tokens are so important that better be a very critical skill check that you need to pass. Because clue tokens are basically how you win these games. These we work hard to get. We focused our whole turns around getting these. You can use them to re-roll a die in a skill check, but it needs to be an important task, clearly. And again, you can only have 1 of each type of those focus tokens, and you're limited to how many your focus limit says. Another action you can do is ward, and that is a type of skill check. These doom tokens are going to appear on the board when we finish setting up and constantly throughout the game. These are essentially how we're going to lose the game or how things are going to get worse and worse for us. When you're in a zone with 1 or more doom tokens, you can take a ward action, and that's essentially just trying to get rid of the doom and make things better in the town. And that's a lore check, which is your first skill that looks like a purple spell book. Same procedure I just described. I'm taking a ward action. Let's say I'm here in a space with 3 doom tokens. And I got 3 successes.
Sweet.
That got rid of all 3 of them.
Nice.
You get 1 doom token removed per success you rolled on the dice.
What does what does rolling a 1 do?
It gets it does nothing. There's no critical
doubles
failures
doubles
or
the
anything
doom
else.
token.
That's a ward action. An attack action would be if a monster has engaged with you, meaning it's right there in front of you, hunting you or ready to fight you. If you, like we mentioned before, moved into a space or a monster came into your space and it was ready at any time, the monster actually engages with you. It becomes right there in front of your character sheet. So you can see its statistics and you can see how much damage it might do to you. If you're engaged with a monster or monsters, you can attack it. That can be one of your actions. You roll strength in this case is the skill that you're going to roll. It's the little muscly man. And it's the same procedure. You may have weapons that will give you extra dice in this case, or spells that will help you attack the monster, and you would roll strength. The monsters have... This monster, for example, only has 1 heart, 1 health, so 1 hit will kill this monster. But tougher monsters would take damage and need to take a certain number of hits to be killed. They could take damage, not be completely killed, and keep the damage there on their cards for later.
Okay.
Even if they continued moving around the board or other players came to fight them later.
Cool.
The next type of action you can take is evade. You would also evade a ready or an engaged monster.
Okay.
Let's say, I'll give it to myself this
Okay.
time. Let's say I'm not as tough as Nikki and I want to evade this monster and escape it instead of attacking it. So my observation, which is the skill that you use to check an evade test, is 2, and I would roll 2 dice. The monster has an evade penalty of 0, so I get to roll my full dice. Some monsters might be more alert and may have you roll less dice and have a penalty listed on their card there. So it's essentially the same. If I rolled a success, in this case I didn't, I would escape this monster and be able to move away and do something else. If there's more than 1 monster in your space, and I'm going to mess up the monster deck here. I'm sorry, if there's more than 1 monster engaged with you, you could have several monsters here in front of you, engaged with your character in front of your character sheet. If you attack, you choose which one to attack. If you evade, you have to use the penalty that is steepest on all of the monsters for your 1 evade check. So in this case, I've got a 0 and 2 -1s. So I'd roll 1 less die. I'd only get to roll 1 die in this case.
For all 3?
For all 3. It's all of them at once.
Okay.
But what happens is, let's say I had, a cloak of shadows and some other thing, and I got to roll several dice. For each success that you get to evade 1 monster. So it would be possible if I had these 3 monsters on me, got 2 successes, that I could choose to evade these 2, put them back in the street space or wherever I was, and then I'd still have this one to deal with somehow. Either evade it on another turn or attack it with my next action.
Okay.
If you evade everything successfully that's engaged with you, you get a bonus action immediately, which usually would probably be get out of there with a move action. Or it might be go into the general store or whatever space they were blocking from you. But then they might be there again for you to deal with next turn. But since you can't evade twice and you can't attack twice, sometimes evade just means I need to get out of here and go somewhere else. Monsters can definitely clog up the board and mess up your turn, which is why we're going to need some cooperation to, work on getting them out of the way from each other. When you are engaged with a monster, meaning it's right there in front of you and it appeared in your space somehow, the only actions you can take are focus a skill and attack or evade. So you can't, you can't move away until you've dealt with the monster somehow. You can't gather money. You can't do any of these you can't ward the doom tokens, and you can't do any of these more advanced actions that I'm about to explain. So monsters have to be dealt with, basically. And you can't have an encounter, which is the most productive and fun part of the turn, which I'm going to get to later in the phases. The last couple actions are research, which is, as I mentioned, we get clues, and that's sort of how we win the game. When we collect some clues, and again, this is tough to do, and it's going to be a big focus of our investigations in the game. First, they start with your character. What we really want to do is get them onto the scenario card. Okay. That is essentially, and we're going to find out the specifics more as the scenario tells us more, but it's essentially progress towards victory. Or progress towards unlocking the next card that tells us what to do, essentially, or gives us a hint on how to win anyway. A research action is moving the clue from your character onto this scenario card. And you do that with an observation check. So it's just wherever you are, you have a clue on your character.
That's a bad one for me. I get one.
Yeah, I only have 2. Rusty is the detective, the cop guy. He's got a 3. He may be the guy who actually pieces together the mystery and gets those clues onto the scenario card for us. So Rusty's got a clue. He rolls his 3 dice, and as long as he got a 5 or 6 for a success, it goes there onto the scenario card. Actually, if he's got multiple clues, each success will put a clue up there. So the great thing would be if he had 2 or 3 and got them up there in a single move. So yeah. And the next section I'm about to explain is trade. We can actually pile all our clues onto Rusty so that he can get them up there, and we're not all wasting actions getting up there one at a time, or trying to roll 1 or 2 dice to get them up there slowly. Okay. So in fact, that may be a strategy. Funnel the clues to Rusty seems in order. Seems like a good idea. Trading, we can trade with each other when we're in the same space. This is almost the most key thing about ordering our actions together, right? Rusty, don't move yet. I'm going to come to you and give you a clue, and then Nikki's going to give you a gun, and then we're going to, it's when our player actions order might matter the most.
So when you do the research test, so you fail to put the token on the card if you don't roll the right number?
If you don't roll any successes.
Right,
I mean, you don't lose anything.
You don't lose the token.
No.
You just, okay.
It's just a wasted action.
That's too bad.
You're just researching. You're trying to put together all the clues and,
Okay.
Figure out what's going on with these creepy happenings all over town. That's really like the central struggle in all of these games. What's going on with the creepy happenings all over town?
Yeah.
And can we solve this mystery? You can trade anything to all the other players in your space. And you can trade, if there's multiple players in your space, you can all trade multiple ways. It's not just a 2-way funnel or anything. The only things you can't trade are conditions, like if you have a club membership or a curse or a special condition like that. You can trade allies, items, clues, and you can't trade damage or sanity damage. Like that's health stuff. You can trade money, you can trade items, spells, even you can trade basically everything except things that are internally personal to your character. You can't trade your action token. And then the last type of action, which we may never even see in this game, is you can get a card that might say, in fact, I think yours says it. Your car thing say, do this as an action.
After you perform a move action, you may deal 2 damage to one monster you are engaged with and 2 damage to this card.
A lot of items that you will pick up will have an action on them. For instance, action, do this to damage a monster, or do this to move an extra space. So you get
ram them with old boiler.
bonus actions from items that you acquire. So those are all the player actions, and that's the action phase. That's our taking actions. Then the monsters get their action phase.
Oh no.
We've got these 2 monsters set up in this scenario here on the board, and of course many more are going to appear and mess with us throughout this game. And they do 3 simple things in this order, depending on the state that they're in the monster phase. A ready monster, which is this side of the card, will move as described on its card. These robed figures tell you here, they patrol. They move towards the unstable space. We don't know what that is yet, but these cards will all have
indicate where the unstable space is.
They'll have an indicated space on them, and it's the space that has the doom symbol next to it. So the event cards, which we'll get to, will tell you what the unstable space is each turn.
Okay.
This number here is the monster's movement. So in this case, just randomly, it was the train station, which is the space we're all starting on.
Oh, sweet.
So this monster would move 2 spaces towards the train station, and this monster would move 2 spaces towards the train station. If there are 2 equal paths that are the same number of spaces towards what it wants to go to, we can choose which path it takes. If there's more, otherwise it'll take the shortest path if there is one. Some monsters will not move. Some monsters will move instantly to a space or to a specific investigator. And some monsters will hunt the investigator with, say, the lowest observation skill or the highest strength or something like that. Each monster will tell you where it goes, but they move in different patterns. So that's what a ready monster will do. An engaged monster, which is, I'll put it on myself again, which like we said is a monster that I'm currently dealing with. Very simple. There's no dice, there's no combat scenario, or there's no combat procedure. It simply deals damage and sanity damage to the character it's engaged with. That's it. It's got a heart and or a brain symbol down here on the bottom of the monster card, and I simply take damage and apply it to my character. That's it. If I had all three of those monsters in my bad example from earlier, I would take physical and mental damage from each of them.
Okay.
Just, that's it. Boom. That's what an engaged monster does. And it doesn't go anywhere. That monster is still engaged with you to be dealt with later. An exhausted monster, which is most of the time going to be exhausted because you evaded it and ran away, flips over to become ready to do something next turn. That's the monster phase. Those are the three things that they can do. Then we have the encounter phase, which is hopefully where we make the, it's where we get the meat of our new items and exciting opportunities in the game. And it's where we read the flavorful text on the cards. Again, we can do this in any player order, but it shouldn't matter as much in this phase since it's sort of random encounters. So in the encounter phase, you simply draw a card. Each of these neighborhoods has their own card deck. You draw a card and you read the encounter for the space that you're on. The streets even have their own encounter deck, and you read the encounter for the bridge streets or the scenic streets or the residential streets. There's three different types. One thing that I have not yet explained, though, because it's a part of the final setup that we're going to get to, is this deck here is the event deck. And you'll notice that the cards look exactly like these neighborhood decks. And as the part of setup, and also throughout the game for some mechanics, these cards are like these neighborhood encounter cards, but they have a clue symbol on them, which means the encounter on this card could gain you a clue. And as the final part of setup, we're going to shuffle three of these into three of these decks.
Wow.
Actually into the top three cards of these decks. And then we're going to indicate, for instance, there is a clue in the top three cards of Rivertown. And maybe whatever, there is a clue in the top three cards of this district and one other one. And like I said, more will appear as the game goes on. But so you'll know we need to get to Rivertown and deal with it. We might not get to it this turn. It might be the third card down. But there's a critical investigation card that we need to get to here. And then when we flip it up, we'll see that it's the clue card. And if we successfully resolve it and get the clue, it'll go away. If we don't get it, it gets shuffled back into those top three cards, so it'll stick around. So we always know when there's a clue available in the top three of the deck for us to get.
Cool.
Or we'll just draw a regular card off the deck and deal with something. So what will happen in these encounters? All kinds of things. You don't really know until you get there. But the icons on the space will give you a hint as to what the encounters may or lean towards providing you with. Here at the TikTok Club, this icon means you probably need money for these encounters. And this means you might recover health or sanity there. That's what those encounters are geared towards. The river docks means, I haven't told you what these are yet, but these are remnants. Having those might provide you with money and items. The Unvisited Isle focuses on having lore checks and will checks, and you might get remnants and you might get other types of items and things like that. So it gives the icons will give you a hint as to what the encounters might get. Fairly obviously, the general store gives you an opportunity to buy items very often, or maybe on every encounter, if not 7 out of 8 of them or something like that. But sometimes an encounter will get you a monster to fight. Sometimes it'll get you an ally to recruit, possibly. It may get you items that will help your investigation. But really, a lot of the time what you're trying to do is get that clue card that's shuffled in those top three. And now that I have reminded myself about these remnant tokens, these are sort of magical artifacts or pieces of magical energy that you can collect. And I realized that I forgot to tell you one way that you can collect them. Back when I was telling you about the ward action where you remove doom tokens from the map, if you remove more than one, 2 or more with a single action, like I rolled 4 dice and removed all 3, If you remove 2 or more, you get a remnant as a reward for that action. So that's one way to collect those. And some monsters have a remnant token listed right on their card. You also get a remnant for defeating those monsters.
Just picking up a piece of
a piece of something, right? Yeah. Something magical that can't be explained is what you get. The river docks will get you good rewards for those. You can also use those to absorb sanity loss when you're casting a spell. I haven't explained that yet because we might not get to it, but I'm the only one that starts with a spell, I think, but there's a sanity cost for a spell. You just have to take a damage of sanity, and the remnant can be used in place of that.
Okay.
That's the other thing it can be used for. So it's another cool thing we can collect and use. If you're engaged with a monster, meaning you fought it but didn't kill it, or you tried to evade it but didn't get away, or maybe it just appeared on you somehow in the middle of the turn, you do not get an encounter this turn. So that is one kind of bummer to not dealing with all the monsters in your space somehow. So, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen sometimes, especially with people who carry lots of guns and try to kill the monsters for us. Sometimes you're just not going to get an encounter card. Ideally, we deal with all the monsters somehow, or the monsters that are right on top of us, and we all get to read one. But if you're currently engaged with a monster, you don't get an encounter.
Well, it's reduced actions as well because you're just focusing on the monster.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it's horrifying. I gotta deal with this.
But if you can deal with it and then get away, then you can hopefully have a full turn essentially. The end of the turn is the Mythos phase. In 2nd edition, this was a big card that you read a bunch of things through and placed things on the board. This is now a Mythos bag. It has tokens in it. And we each are going to draw 2 tokens out of this bag every turn. This is where all the bad stuff happens and all the progress we made during the turn is reversed and things get way worse and we say, how do we ever win this game?
Perfect.
So there are 7 types of Mythos tokens and here is what they do. Again, we're each going to draw 2, so a lot of them come out every single turn. The bag for this scenario only has 14 of them. They stay out of the bag until they need to be replenished. Okay. So
you're going to have everything.
You're going to see them all.
Yep.
On turn 1, we're going to draw 8 of them. That means on turn 2, we're going to draw 6 and then put them all back in and draw the next 2. So but that's another way that this game sort of edits the scenarios and adjusts the ways that the game plays.
They tell you what tokens to put in?
They tell you what tokens to put in the bag.
So it's not like 2 of each or whatever.
Right. They tell you put in 3 of these and
Neat.
2 of these and 1 of these. So you can sort of, the scenarios adjust how many things appear and how much.
And it tailors it to whatever.
It tailors the difficulty and exactly
and what you're going to run into.
Yeah. So here's what we're going to run into. This is the Doom token.
Doom.
When we draw that, we take the bottom of the event deck and we put Doom in the space indicated.
You're going to shuffle those cards again, Rusty.
Yeah. Actually, no. We're gonna draw 3 as part of setup, so we'll make them these 3.
Okay.
So I've shown them.
There you go.
In this case, we would draw Doom and put it in the graveyard.
In the graveyard.
That is right.
That sounds like a logical place for Doom.
It's a great place for Doom.
Yeah.
That's this token. This is a monster token.
Oh,
we
no.
draw both of these decks because you can see the top of them. You draw from the bottom. So, and whenever we reshuffle it, we cut it. That's why it doesn't matter what's on top of that deck.
I was like, why does he keep pulling from the back on that one? But now I know.
Yeah, because they're double-sided. You need to be able to see both sides, but that's why you draw from the back of this. A monster appears when you draw this token. The monster card always tells you where it appears. This one appears in the unstable space, which we're going to need like a discard here. As we mentioned, the unstable space will be the space that's on the last event card discarded. In this case, it's the graveyard because that was the card we just used, so the monster would appear there. And the monster card also tells you how it moves when it moves next turn. The headline means read a headline card. That is something new and random that will happen. There are 30-something of these headline cards, but we have a random 13 in each game. Okay. That is a completely random deck. It is not specified by the scenario. Oh. And if this deck ever runs out, I don't think it will because I think we'll have won or lost the game by then. But if this deck runs out, you just get a Doom token every time you place. A Doom token directly on the scenario card, which is bad. Let me explain one more thing then. If there's ever 3 Doom tokens in a space, or 5 Doom tokens spread around a single neighborhood, an anomaly appears. That is of something bad, that another sign of doom that the world is turning against us and bad things are happening. Then, until we get rid of that anomaly, any further doom goes directly onto the scenario card
Okay.
in that neighborhood.
So to get rid of
this,
Now.
again, this is essentially the death clock. This is how you lose the game. Doom tokens here on the scenario card.
Death clock.
That's a good name for it, yeah.
Well, I love the band.
I know. So that's something you don't want to. To get rid of that, you take the ward action to clear out the doom in here. There's sometimes encounters will let you get rid of these too. But once this appears, that's another thing that we need to deal with ASAP.
Okay.
And there's a specific type of deck. This is scenario specific. This is the anomaly deck. Once an anomaly appears, you no longer take purple neighborhood Rivertown cards.
You focus on
You
those.
focus on this until that's gone.
Oh.
You draw an anomaly card until that is gone.
Those are probably particularly bad.
They're like gates in the Arkham Horror 2nd
Okay.
Edition, where
All
you
right.
go to deal with them, you have otherworldly super encounters, and ideally, if you succeed at those, they get rid of some Doom tokens or maybe the anomaly itself, while your friends are warding these away to try and close this anomaly. So that is a critical thing that we would need to deal with once it pops up.
Well, Amelie was so nice. I don't know why
I
she
don't
was
know.
so bad at
I
it.
This
don't
is
know.
this is her cousin Anne Amelie. She's not fun to deal with. Give those a quick shuffle. The Clue Mythos token is sort of good for us. This is one of the ones that puts another clue out on the board and mixes a new card into the top 3 of a neighborhood.
Okay.
This is why this deck is double-sided. In this case, we just take the top of this deck right off here, mix this into the top 3 cards of this neighborhood, and we put a clue token right there. We never move into this center space. It's not a space for us. It just shows
Indicates the
that
neighborhood.
either there's an anomaly or that there are clues ready
Yeah,
to
and
be
you can
gotten.
see it obscures the neighborhood so that lets you know you're dealing with
This-
Anne Amelie.
All right, I have a weird-ish question.
Hit me.
Let's say that this deck already had a clue mixed into the top
Yes.
3.
So there already was one.
There was
clue
already
there.
one there.
Yes.
And then we did whatever it is to pull this.
Yes, we got a new token.
Is
for
it
that neighborhood.
allowable to have 2 clues in the top 3?
That's a great question. And yes, absolutely it is allowable.
Oh, okay.
And we would have 2 clue tokens there showing that there were 2. It technically could end up being 2 clues in the top 4 at that point because the first clue could be the 3rd one down, right?
Okay. Yeah,
and
yeah.
we would only take 2 cards off to shuffle this into the top 3. So
All
now we
right.
would know that there were 2 in the top 4 or 3 in the top 5.
Okay.
But yes, you can stack those up, and then that neighborhood is even more critical
Okay.
to our investigations. But yes, there can be multiple clues in a neighborhood like that.
All
So
right.
that is a very good question.
That goes too.
Actually, leave it on blue, purple, and green. That's the 3 we're going to set up with. Oh, there's 2 purples.
Rivertown.
River, yeah.
That looks kind of like more reddish, but
Yeah.
more purplish. It is weird that
They
those
really shouldn't have used the same
it
color.
does not necessarily seem like
That's a
it'll be.
raspberry and that's purple.
All right. This is a gate burst. I think this might be the worst token.
Sounds bad.
On the top, you look at the top event card again, just looking at the neighborhood, and you put 1 doom in each space of that neighborhood. So Rivertown would get 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
That might immediately cause an anomaly if it raised it up to 5.
Will that obscure the that clue token from us?
Yeah, it will do exactly that because
Okay.
when an anomaly is in a neighborhood, we can only have anomaly encounters there.
Right, okay.
Once that's gone, the clue is still in the top 3 cards here, and we can get back to hunting for it.
Anne Amelie when she's left.
And Amelie. Or Aunt Amelie.
Oh, and the other part of a gate burst is we reshuffle all the discarded event cards back into the event deck.
Oh, okay.
So that refreshes that. This is a reckoning symbol. The reckoning symbol for this scenario, this is something that will be different for each scenario, is for each cultist And the monsters will sometimes have the keyword cultist. In this scenario, there are going to be a lot of them. For each cultist, you place a doom in its space. So that's a reason that we want to clear up cultists from this town fairly quickly. Because basically every other turn, if not sometimes twice a turn if we're really unlucky, they're going to add doom to the board. There could be other reckoning symbols that will appear on cards that will come out. We might get a bad card that says, you are cursed, and every time there's a reckoning symbol, you're going to lose a health and a sanity or something. So the reckoning symbol will trigger whatever the reckoning symbol triggers. For now, it's just this, but there could be other things later. And your only piece of good news is that there are also occasionally blank Mythos tokens.
Nice.
I think there's just a couple in the bag, maybe even 3, but occasionally you draw one and nothing happens.
Yay.
Yay, nothing happening.
That is the entire...
You said there's 14 in there?
There are 14 in this scenario,
Right.
yes. So we
So
are
maybe
going to
3
exhaust them.
might be
I think there
okay.
are 4 in the game, and we got 3 in the scenario here for ourselves.
Cool.
Yes. That is the entire structure of the turn and how we're going to go through it. Again, we don't exactly know how to win this scenario yet, but the game is going to tell us as we go.
Neat.
We're gonna do the final setup
It
pieces
seems
now.
to me like that's what it should be anyway. We're
Yeah,
investigating, trying to figure
right.
it out.
How do you know exactly how to defeat an elder god? You have no idea yet. There are 3 pieces of final setup, and of course this is for scenario 1, Approach of Azathoth. The other scenarios will be different. I mentioned we are all starting at the train station, which is the starting space for this scenario. That will be different each time. We're going to put out 5 doom onto the board, which is on the little map here on the scenario.
What?
Each of the cultists has one in their space. Lincoln, that one's there on the whatever that top space is.
Arkham Advertiser. Okay.
Oh, that's the newspaper. That's another place that remnants can be traded in for money. If you have a remnant and you're not sure what to do with
That
it,
makes
you can
sense.
sometimes get cash for it at the newspaper. And we have one at Velma's Diner
Okay.
and the Unvisited Isle. So there's 5 doom on the board to start. We've put our 3 clues out there, so we will shuffle. You can shuffle these top 3 cards.
Okay.
And Rivertown, I'll let you do that one. And the Merchant District. It's almost hard to shuffle 3 cards. You just have to do it until you forget. Forget where it was.
Yep.
Well, I don't think it would really matter. There's no way you know what they are.
But I mean, just so your fingers forget like which one it was, how many times I looped around here.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you shuffle 2 cards so you don't know which one is which?
Watch it. It's
All
a
right.
coconut game.
2 more things for final setup, and then we will tell each other what our characters are, and we will begin the investigation. Rusty, the green deck here is the common items. Flip over 5 items in front of that deck, and that's the display of items. When mostly at the general store, but other times when you gain an item, this is where you can gain them from.
So this is basically
This is
exactly like
essentially
Arkham.
the store.
Eldritch Horror.
Oh, Eldritch Horror, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the encounters at the general store will say, buy something from here if you wish.
Well, it used to be we just be in town in Eldritch. If you're in
Yeah.
town, you can do that.
This one's a little more specific.
Yeah,
I
you
think.
do have to go to a location.
There are also, you'll notice that they have keywords like this is a common curio, this is a common weapon. If, say, an encounter told you, gain a common weapon of your choice, you could take one of the ones that was face up from here and replace it with the next one of the deck. These are also available to you whenever you gain something.
We have the Tattered
But essentially, these are what is for sale at the store.
Tattered Cloak, 45 automatic, Token of Faith, Lucky Cigarette Case, and Liquid Courage.
With courage, I know what that is.
A flask.
The last thing we do is we always have to have a discard on the event deck so that we can have something to refer to when something needs to refer to a face-up discard. And we spawn 1 doom at Velma's Diner.
More?
Oh, double diner.
More?
Double
Yep.
diner there.
That may be one thing we need to deal with. That may be a point of focus for us.
Perhaps.
That's lore that deals with that?
It is lore that gets rid of those, yes. I'm the best lore. I'm the spellcaster. Let me read the first 3 cards that the scenario has given us into the archive here. And then we can tell each other our characters and take our first actions. The scenario card says, the story so far. At the center of infinity slumbers Azathoth, lulled to sleep by the ceaseless piping of accursed flutes. Yet some mortals would seek to draw the infinite power and calamity of the blind idiot god to them, and thereby doom all of humanity.
Doom.
Card number 1 is Outbreak. Windows are shut, curtains drawn, doors locked. Citizens hurry through the streets, casting glances over their shoulders. A sinister unease gathers in the city, lurking on the rooftops and pooling in every shadow.
Click, click, click.
As dread mounts, people and animals react in unpredictable ways, fleeing or lashing out at those around them. And with each new outbreak of fear and violence, the Ancient One grows stronger. Here's a rule for the game. If a space has 4 or more doom, remove 3 from that space, place 1 doom in each other space in that neighborhood and 1 on the scenario sheet.
Ugh.
So getting 4 is an outbreak. It's pandemic style.
Neat.
Yeah.
Card number 2 is Anomalies. People walk with their heads down, shoulders hunched. With each new oddity, it becomes harder to pretend that nothing is wrong. But the vanishings, the strange lights, the sightings of inhuman creatures, they are not something that can be ignored. At least not for long. Our next rule is, when a space has 3 doom or a neighborhood has a total of 5 doom, this is essentially telling us about the anomalies, like I sort of already did. Not every scenario will even have these anomalies. You can play a game that's just a town with no side deck here.
Okay.
So when there's a space with 3 or a neighborhood with 5, place an anomaly in that neighborhood. If additional doom would be placed in a neighborhood with an anomaly, place that doom on the scenario sheet instead. If you would resolve an encounter in a neighborhood with an anomaly, you resolve an anomaly encounter instead. When a neighborhood has 0 doom, remove the anomaly from that neighborhood. So I explained that all to you already, but it's fairly specific to this scenario. It may not be universal to every scenario. Card number 3 is Deja Vu. The day dawns the color of hammered lead, with a stillness and chill that settles over the gabled roofs of Arkham and lingers. As you go through your morning routine, you cannot shake the feeling of having done it before. The same breakfast, the same headlines in the newspaper, warning of disappearances and odd goings-on. And a note in your handwriting reading, "The Demon Sultan approaches. Meet at the train station." When there are 3 or more clues on the scenario sheet, add card 4 to the codex. So that'll tell us what our next step is. When there's 3 or more doom on the scenario sheet, flip this card over.
No.
So that is a lot like the card game, where it essentially tells you, if the bad thing happened, do this. If the good thing happened, go here. So choose your own adventure. All right. I am Agnes Barker, the waitress.
Okay.
But I'm not just your everyday mild-mannered small-town waitress. I'm actually a blood magic user. I have the special ability for blood casting. When I cast a spell, and I start with one pretty good spell, instead of taking sanity damage, which is normally what you do when you cast a spell, I can take health damage instead. So I can go back and forth and take whichever one is essentially more expendable to me right now. And my other power is when I cast a spell, if I suffered health damage or spent remnants to absorb the sanity damage, I get +2 to my lore. So those are the 2 ways I can boost up my lore for spell casting to cast very well. And like I mentioned, I'm very good at lore, but only average at all the other things. Nikki, tell us about yourself.
I read my character quote. Okay. Did you have a character quote?
Things ain't always what they seem.
All right.
That's the entirety of the quote?
That's my quote, yep. I also have a magical necklace, which lets me do a focus after I cast a spell. So that's sort of a double action. I cast a spell and I get a focus token.
Okay.
And my spell lets me... Basically, my spell is an attack spell. I'll get to it when I attack a monster. My story is... Agnes had been troubled by dreams and visions. Robed figures, incantations, keening monsters, clawing at the edge of sight. But a while back, she fell and hit her head. Since then, the visions have come in her waking hours. She sees herself, leading the chanting of the robed figures, hiding a silver key in the masonry of a well, conjuring spells as a sorceress in the mythic land of Hyperborea. Seeking an explanation, Agnes came to Arkham, home of storied witch trials and other strange events. She took a job at Velma's, the diner up here with 2 doom on it. And then one day she found an old well with loose masonry, and she found an old silver key hidden inside it, exactly where she knew it would be. And that's my Heirloom of Hyperborea
Nice.
item. And the card also gives you a little bit of guidance as to your role in the game. And it advises me as a mystic, I'm good at warding and removing the doom tokens. And as a guardian, I'm good at protecting my fellow investigators. So like I may get things that will help me heal you or protect you from damage or even fight monsters. So the back of the card has your story and your advice, essentially.
Okay.
What do you got?
I am Jenny Barnes.
Hi, Jenny Barnes.
Hello. I'm a dilettante,
Yeah,
by the
you
way.
I think you've been Jenny Barnes before.
Have I?
You might have, maybe in the card game.
So my special ability is a trust fund.
Trust fund. Trust fund.
Action. If you ever have fewer than $3, you gain 3.
Nice.
That's my thing.
So spend your money, give it away.
Spend my money. And my quote is, I'm happy to throw money at the problem. And if that doesn't work, I'll throw something else.
So,
My focus limit is 1.
That means
By
you
the
only
way?
have one of those tokens
Yeah,
at once.
which
Yeah, you're not well studied.
terrible.
No.
And investigating.
My health is 7. My
And you have
brainies are 5.
sanity.
Yes.
brainies, yes.
My brainies. So for my cards, I have Search for Izzy. Once per round, while resolving a test, you may suffer 1 damage and 1 horror to re-roll any number of dice. So that was that one. And then I have Dressed to the Nines. I don't even. When you spend a focus token to re-roll a die, you may re-roll any number of dice instead.
Oh, neat.
You gain an additional $2 as part of your trust fund ability.
Nice.
Wow.
Is that only when I do the focus? Or is that at the beginning of the turn when we...
It seems like, yeah, as long as you have that card, you go up to $5 instead of up to 3.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, you had a choice of choosing that card or another thing to start
yeah,
with.
I did.
Let me just also point out that those are both talents that are innate to you. You can't trade those away to other people.
Oh, okay.
Those
We
are
can't
your
take her
skills.
trust
No,
fund?
You cannot take her, or her sense of style either.
Yeah. And then for more of my Flavor Flav, although a great lover of wealth and comfort,
She loves wealth.
Jenny always had a curious and adventurous streak. While she adored the fashion and society of Paris and Venice, she was equally at home sport shooting in rural Scotland or trawling the jazz clubs of New Orleans. She even funded an archaeological dig of her own, just for the fun of being the first one into the old tomb. So when she learned that her sister Isabel was missing, Jenny came to Arkham to handle the matter herself. Perhaps a life of wealth and power had made her overconfident, or perhaps the rogues who'd taken her sister had made their last mistake.
Cool.
My primary role as a rogue, you have a unique skill set that allows you to specialize on a specific task. Jenny is perfectly willing to solve all of her problems with money. Don't hesitate to spend when it benefits you. So basically that's my hint. Is to just
Spend the money,
throw
yes.
money around.
Okay, you're going to throw money at it.
Yep.
I'm Michael McGlenn, the mobster, out for revenge. After you defeat a monster as part of your attack action, you recover 1 sanity or focus 1 skill of your choice.
Oh, cool.
This one's for Louis, or Lewis, I don't know. So I have 8 health and 4 sanity, 2 lore, 3 influence, 1 observation, 4 strength, and 3 will. I don't notice things. My observation skills are pretty weak. I have the old boiler is my vehicle, which deals out damage, but also damages the vehicle. Do I get to repair that damage?
I don't know if there's any way to do
Okay.
that.
And then I have the Chicago typewriter, which is an
Nice.
item. It's a weapon. You get plus 4 strength as part of an attack action, which is pretty great. The story so far. Michael McGlynn was a man of few words. He didn't need to talk much. He had Fast Louie for that. The two of them were O'Banion's best soldiers, making sure the gang was respected throughout Arkham until the night the thing in the river dragged Lewis off the dock to tear him up to pieces beneath the water. Michael thought that his bosses would call him crazy when he told them what happened, but the truth was worse. They told him they believed him and to let the matter lie. But Michael can't just let the death of his partner or the things he saw that night go unpunished. He's still a man of few words, but now he'll let his gun do the talking. Rat-a-tat-tat. Primary role. As a rogue, you have a unique skill set that allows you to specialize on a specific task. Michael puts all of his talents toward mercilessly destroying the grotesque creatures that threaten Arkham. Secondary role. As a guardian, it is your responsibility to protect your fellow investigators. That could mean helping them recover from trauma, dispatching monsters before they become a threat. There you go.
Cool.
I am Tommy Muldoon. Sorry, let me read that correctly. I'm the rookie cop of the group. I shield from harm. If a monster would engage another investigator in your space, you may engage that monster instead.
Oh, nice.
Come on, Tommy. Time to be a hero. I have 7 health and 5 sanity, 2 lore, 2 influence, 3 observation, 3 strength, and 3 will.
3 will.
And I have Becky with the good handle. It's a weapon that will give me a +4 strength as part of any attack action. And I've got handcuffs. It's an item that once per round after I damaged, disengage, or are damaged by any non-epic human monster, I may defeat that monster.
So yeah, you're very already set to arrest some of those cultists. That's pretty easy for you.
Nice.
And the story so far, the Muldoons had generations of service in the police force, and Tommy was no exception. He was the pride of his family when he graduated from the academy in Boston. So he wasn't pleased when he was loaned to the Arkham City Police. After all, what could possibly compare to the big city crimes and cases he would work in Boston? As it happened, Arkham police work was plenty interesting in its own way. Things in Arkham were downright weird, and it seemed the local police were more interested in pretending everything was normal than fixing anything. So Tommy and his grandfather's gun, Becky, had to fix things their way. My primary role is as a guardian. It is my responsibility to protect my fellow investigators. That could mean helping them recover from trauma or dispatching monsters before they become a threat. My secondary role is as a survivor. My advantages lie with surviving the relentless assault of the mythos and helping my fellows do the same. Supporting one another will lead to victory.
All right. You can see on Becky and your Chicago typewriter there, you have little hand symbols.
Yep,
It's a universal rule for the Arkham family of games. You can only use 2 hands of items at once. So you can hold as many items as you want, but you can only use 2 hands worth at once. You can't have 5 revolvers and use them all at the same time. But you can choose which 2 hands you're using for any specific combat if you have multiple choices. And then the other thing that we forgot to mention is these little tokens don't come with the game. We're just using them in case one of our investigators is delayed and loses a turn because, like I said, we don't have the normal stand up, stand down little stands. We're just using these flat so you can see them.
Cool.
Okay, yeah.
Question on my talent here. It's got a heart with 2 and a sanity with 2.
Yes.
Does that mean like if I go lower than that, I can't use it or something?
I think that's what it means. I think you can only use that reroll twice, basically.
Okay.
And then it's not usable unless you can heal it somehow.
Heal it up 2. Okay.
Okay, so we start with an action phase. We want to deal with these monsters, and we want to get some clues, and we want to clear some doom off the board. So let's get some people to these clues. I'm thinking maybe I can head over here to Velma's Diner.
I know, it's 5 away. 1, 2, 3,
It's far,
4, 5.
yeah. It's. Although right now we're all in the same space, so Nikki can give us as much money as she wants.
Can give money.
That would be a great reason for Nikki to go first this
But
time.
the maximum you would be able to move is 4 spaces, though?
Yes, but at least one of us can move, or at least she can give us all our money. We can all move 3 this turn.
Let me throw money at the problem.
Why don't you? In fact, let's start with that.
Okay.
Let's have Nikki go first and give away all her money because she's going to go.
Sure.
So tops up to $5 next turn.
Okay,
fund kid.
so you're going to need at least 2.
Yeah,
And
here.
who else do
Rusty
we want
really
to get
needs money.
moving?
There you go. You gave me $2.
All right.
But you're going to go the distance.
I'm going to
right?
go the distance. And yeah, Rusty's going to go to at least one of these, probably. So give him at least 1, if not 2.
I'm okay with 3, I think, right? Because I can go right here.
Well, I
try to deal with that.
Why don't I?
Although I'm not very observant.
You guys aren't going to get that much money when it's your
Right. She's going to
turn.
give him 2.
I'll take a second.
Second,
Either-
and give it to.
She's not
gives
going to
you-
need any money?
She gets 5 next turn.
I know, but right now?
No.
Okay.
Let's say no.
Okay.
I would say it doesn't matter. Either pile it all on Rusty or pass it out. It doesn't matter.
I've
Because I don't know. Well, how much do the things at the store cost? 1, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, that tattered cloak. But you got to get to the store
Give it
as
to him
well.
again.
Store-
yeah, because
Yeah,
I
'cause-
didn't give him
'cause
anything.
It's
Yeah.
fine. I don't
Alright.
really.
It
I should be fine.
Okay.
All right.
So that's
This
one
is a
of your
magical
actions.
curio. Does that mean it's more beneficial to you?
I don't think
If
so.
it takes
It's just the
lore,
type.
right?
Non-epic
Only
monsters
if it
ignore
has
you
a
while
lore check.
activating and do not engage you unless you attack or damage them. That's something would be fantastic for somebody. It's $5.
$5,
though.
yeah.
And then the 45 automatic, you get 3 plus 3 strength as part of an attack action, and it's a single-handed weapon.
Yeah, it's a good gun. Okay.
Yep.
What do you think you want to do for your second action?
I don't want to get.
Yeah,
I'm
let
not
Lincoln or Rusty
really a
mess with
fighter.
that.
I don't want to
No,
get
you're not.
close
You're
to that.
absolutely. This is the safest spot. for
Dude,
now.
so okay, so this is a 1 and a 2.
That is correct.
1 and a 2.
A 1
1
and
and
a
a
2.
2.
Okay,
Now
so
you're
flip
gonna-
your token now.
I am done.
Now that you're going to...
One of you guys pick a spot to go to, since I'm going to draft off of one
we
of
move
you.
first, then do the 2 actions?
No, move is a type of an action, so that is one of your actions if you choose to move. But on a lot of turns you're going to move. So
But trading was her other action.
trading was her. other
Okay,
action,
cool.
yeah.
By the way, looking at my card, I don't get that money right away. It's an action that I choose.
So it's not automatic, so-
It's
Oh,
not
okay.
automatic.
Right, okay.
Okay.
But
I still think
still.
it's, especially since 2 of us are going to, I need to move all the way across the board. I think it's good to hand out the money.
Cool.
But
Yeah.
that's
No, I do too. I'm not.
Does
I'm
somebody
just-
want to go before me?
one of you guys go. I'm gonna follow whoever's going this way to this neighborhood. I'm gonna follow along with,
Okay, well I'll go over here. 1, 2.
and you're gonna stop there
I'm and to spend another $1 to just get to the next
to
spot.
get to the next.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to take the monster out. So immediately take the monster and put it in front of yourself. It engages with you immediately. And in fact, you can spend your second action to attack it right now if you want to.
Sure.
You turn it
Flip
over.
yeah. Flip it so you can see its stats.
Oh, I see. So it's got 1 health, -0 strength, and -0 for observation.
Yeah, so the middle number is the number of less dice you roll when you're attacking it.
So it doesn't
And
affect
the-
it at
and
all,
the
and I just
third
have to hit it
number
once.
Is the number that you roll less dice you roll when you're trying to sneak away. Yeah,
Right.
these monsters are as easy as they get.
Okay, so I have strength 4 plus I have +4 on my, or I could just ram it with the card, but it takes
That
2
seems like a
damage, yeah.
waste.
I'd wait.
You also need extra dice.
Yeah. Well, I'll roll these 6.
So you have 8 dice and you need 1 hit.
4 and 4. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
so. Yeah, I've hit a
Okay.
couple times there. Okay.
Twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
He needed one.
Bam, bam.
All right. So that's it. There's no reward or experience in this game.
Right, and then I'd
this
have to
just
deal
goes
with
here
this,
until
which will
we
be the next
reshuffle
turn.
that, until we're told to do something with it. And so that was your 2 actions. Flip
Yep.
your thing. Yeah. So I guess now I definitely want to follow along with you. So I'm gonna actually I guess I'll go here to have a different.
Yep.
No, I don't want this guy to chase me, just in case. I want to hide with you. I was thinking about focusing, but I might as well just try to get that doom off the board. So I will try for my... Oh, I'll spend my $1.
Oh, wait, I can recover 1 sanity or focus 1 skill of my choice.
Oh, because you
Should I
defeated
just
the monster.
focus my observation?
Yeah, I guess so.
Unless you think I should go for
I
more
mean,
lore or...
I would say you don't need strength because 8 dice is pretty impressive, right?
Right.
What are the other ones? Lore.
So I'm at 2 on lore, 3 on influence, 4 on strength, and 1 on observation, and 3 on will.
I guess observation. They're all going to come up. They all come up semi-randomly the same amount in...
Okay.
will you give me $4, please? Change.
Sure.
Okay. I will, even though it's better to clear 2 doom at once and get the remnant token, I will do a ward action and try and clear that doom off of Independence Square. And I did it with a single 5.
Wow.
I know, I couldn't. I know. Hey. So far, we've failed at nothing. The game has not screwed us yet. The random luck of Arkham Horror 3rd Edition has not yet killed us. All right, that was my 2 actions. Rusty, go somewhere or do something.
I think it would probably be to my advantage to actually attempt to attack him.
I think that sounds great.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Ooh, okay.
Well, it does
So,
gets us
there's 2 extra
cleared off the
dollars.
board.
Yep.
And Nikki has a money generator, so yeah, he immediately
Well,
engages with
again, it
me.
is taking one of her actions.
I know,
so-
but if
Yeah, I know.
she
It's
bought
a
us all
cheap-
that extra movement
I know.
and we
it's,
cleared the board
It's
of
absolutely
monsters.
cheap.
And
She can't pass us
I
that
assume
money
your second
easily
action
anyway.
is going to be
Any
fighting.
other
Now,
time.
Fight.
not now.
I think you also have
Strength
7
is 3
dice.
plus 4.
Yep.
Nice.
Well, here's 6. You have 1 more if you need it. You don't need it.
I don't
Oh,
need
that's
it.
good.
All right.
We actually put the monsters that we defeat on top of the deck. So because
Okay.
we draw from the bottom, the top is the bottom of the pile. And that was all of our actions. So I guess we can flip our tokens back to the
Okay.
unused side. And that's going to make our next phase very easy, the monster phase.
Yep.
Where the monsters do 1 of 3 things depending on the state they're in. Nothing happens. We got rid of all the monsters on the board.
So what's the point of the start player token? That one.
I think it's
lead
only,
investigator.
Honestly, I don't know, but I think it's going to be sometimes an encounter will just say the
It's
leader
the
rolls
leader.
a die.
Okay, I get it.
Or the leader chooses a monster to do this. It's literally just like a signifier. I don't think there's
Okay.
Okay.
anything other than like the leader draws the top card and places a doom token or something like that. So yeah, we cleared the board of monsters. You guys enjoy this. It's not
Yes.
going to happen very often. I don't
Nope.
think. All right, the monster phase happened. Encounter phases. Okay, again, we can do this in any order. I'm just going to start because the order doesn't really matter right now. Lincoln and I are both in downtown, so we're going to read blue. Oh, actually, the game recommends that you have other players read you your encounter card. So you read mine and I'll read yours. We're in Independence Square.
A poor Dunwich family has parked their truck by the square and are selling old furniture and knickknacks out of the back. Most of what they have for sale is worn out and worthless, but a few objects look worthwhile. You may buy 1 common item from the display for half price, rounded up.
Ooh.
I know.
Okay,
man.
so it said common item, so I can't buy the magical curio.
Right.
See, but I can buy any of the other things. Half price rounded up,
Yeah.
so that's 3. That's 1. $2 for the 45 automatic. What is this? Token of faith that absorbs horror for me. Liquid courage. Oh, this is just a sanity buffer essentially. What does the cigarette case do? Once per round, you may add 1 to the result of 1 die while resolving a test. Wow.
Ooh.
I think I will buy that and save $2 off of it. So it lets you boost like a 4 to a 5 for a success once per round.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Without taking any kind of.
Just
damage
that's it. It's
for
my
it?
lucky. It's my lucky cigarette case.
All right.
All right, that was great. I guess
That would
Were
be
you buying anything?
no.
No, I haven't had an encounter. That's not
This
my
is-
encounter.
It's got to stay here in
Ah.
this deck.
That's
Yes.
his encounter.
I
Oh.
thought because you're in the same place.
And it
Do we have
also
the same encounter? Yeah.
it also recommends like if you see a little symbol in a parentheses, that means make a skill check. And it recommends stopping and not telling the player what will happen after that.
Right,
You
right.
Stop and
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Hey, so that's what I have.
It's no. This is the event card. This
Okay.
is the you may get a clue card. I don't even know if you're really supposed to know that or not. All right, ready?
Yep.
Today is the Arkham Art Fair. You may buy any number of curio items from the display. Oh, put another 5th card up there. One artist is painting a futuristic cityscape. Guess what?
Yeah.
Test observation. A skill that you just boosted in a very wise decision in retrospect.
Retrospectively.
Yes.
Hey.
Yay!
If you pass, you recognize details that make you believe the city is Arkham. You gain 1 clue from your neighborhood.
Sweet. So this one here?
That's it.
Wow. Nice.
And that also means that this clue or this card goes away because we know that the clue has been gained from downtown. And you
Nice.
may also buy
one
a
of the common
curio.
curios. or curio?
Any number of curio items from the display.
Yeah, there's only 2, and
Can
one
you
of them I
afford?
can't afford.
See, it's good you
It
took
is good
that
you took the
dollar
money, yeah.
from me.
Yeah.
Okay, token of faith. After this item suffers 1 or more horror, you recover 1 sanity.
So you see how it's got horror sanity at the bottom?
Right.
It's like essentially a shield for your sanity.
Maybe? I'm not that weak in that regard. Silver key. Once per round, you may reroll any number of dice while resolving a lore check or an observation check. Hey, dude,
Oh.
that's
That's
$6.
for him.
It's not
Oh,
buying,
man.
I'm not buying that one.
Oh, I was like, that is really good.
Can you put it on
There's a reason.
layaway?
Okay.
All right, so it's the cross or nothing, the token of faith or nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's all 3 of my dollars, which I kind of think I should...
Well, he
I mean,
could
what
do
else are you
like
gonna do
a
with them?
courage
It
if
is
he
a-
wanted to.
No, it has to be a curio. It's a art fair.
oh.
That's a
Sorry,
common
sorry,
item.
sorry.
That it has to have
whatever.
a keyword.
We'll
I say
try
I say buy it and you can give it to somebody else if they need it.
Sure.
Eventually.
Okie dokie.
Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And we've replaced it with a rabbit's foot. Once per round, you can reroll 1 die involving a test. We got a lot of lucky charms
Like
here.
a lot of
Okay.
die things.
Nikki's in the merchant district and the river docks. Why don't you read that for
All right,
her?
the river docks. You find Joey the rat skulking along in the shadow of a nearby warehouse. Always looking for something interesting, he says. Hey, I found something you might like. Maybe we can make a deal? You may spend $3 or 1 remnant to gain 1 common item.
Sweet.
Told you. No.
Is that
Alright.
it? That's so.
That's
So
it.
she gets nothing.
I get nothing.
And like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Nope. Only events
that's
there.
Right?
'Cause that's the important pile. These piles will just cycle through.
Okay.
And I will read Rusty the Hero Cop. In the Black Cave. According to local legend, a witch once lived in these caves. Either test lore, I'm thinking as a cop you're not so great at that, to remember the exact location, or spend 1 clue to check your notes. You don't have the clue, so go ahead and test lore.
Let's test lore. Come on, I'm the lucky rookie.
You
Nice.
indeed
I
are. You discover old broken trinkets. You gain 1 curio item. So you could choose 1 from there.
1 curio?
Yeah.
Dude, the expensive $6 silver
Or
key.
the tattered cloak is pretty. Oh, the key. Oh my gosh.
So,
Wow.
again, once per round, you may re-roll any number of dice while resolving a lore or an observation test.
Man, that's good.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Except you're rolling really well. That needs to go to
know,
someone
he's
that's
well,
rolling
he's
terribly.
You guys,
That can be traded.
Yeah, go ahead and put it
Yeah.
up there. I'm gonna jinx this, but like that was the best turn we could have ever hoped for. Don't get used to it. All right, Mythos phase. All right, I'm just gonna start this. We're gonna each draw 2 of these tokens.
Oh, that's right.
Clue token.
I don't like
No
this
clue.
part.
That's Doom, and it goes here on La Bella Luna. It goes on the discarded. Somebody take a Doom token there.
Where's La Bella?
It is.
I don't know. There.
Yeah, sounds like a fancy nightclub or some kind of restaurant. And I got the blank one.
Yay.
Draw 2.
Oh, I have to
And
too?
we got to keep these out of the bag,
We're
so
gonna
we're
do
just going
8.
to collect them here.
This is
Everyone does
horrible.
too. Yeah, they'll add up.
All right, newspaper
Okay,
thing.
you get to read a headline card.
A headline card.
Extra.
Extra.
If it says this will only affect Nikki if it says you do something or something happens to you.
Magician vanishes rabbit, comma, self.
Okay, so both.
Yeah. Should I read the flavor or just go
read the
right to
article.
the headline?
Read the article.
Okay.
Tell me what's going on in the Arkham Investigator.
Well-
or Arkham Advertiser.
There's a full manhunt. Okay. A full manhunt for the magnificent Manfred underway. Okay. 7 white doves also missing. Foul play suspected. By Amelia Baxter, U. Press, Boston, Mass. Okay.
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 That was just her name of the person that wrote that.
I think they all have author names for some reason.
Headline. You disengage all monsters and move to the unstable space. The monsters are not exhausted. They engage another investigator in their space.
No
Okay.
monsters.
There are no monsters, but she should still do the rest of it as much as she can.
Okay, so
So-
I have to move to
To La Bella Luna,
the unstable place.
which is the unstable place that the...
Okay.
She moves to it.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
But I wasn't engaged in any monsters or
nothing
anything
happened
like
there.
that, so nothing else happens.
No, another token.
And one more token. Yep.
That was just one token? No. Eek.
That's the Reckoning token. Again, nothing happens because we got rid of all the cultists. And the only thing that happens right now is each cultist places a doom in its space.
Oh.
Our good turn is continuing.
Okay. Don't get used to it. Clue token.
Clue. That means from the top, we do the top card of the event deck. We take this one right here. Rivertown gets a second clue.
Okay. You should keep
Rivertown.
drawing. Do you forget where it was?
I did.
Okay.
I kept thinking about
Hey,
how it
and
could
it's
be
a
the
blank.
fourth one.
Yay.
All
Nice.
right. That means all the good luck.
All the good
is
luck
gone.
is gone.
No, there's still another
I
blank,
thought you
right?
said
There is
there
one.
were
I'm pretty
three.
sure there's one more.
And another
Maybe
clue
the bad
token,
luck is
right?
coming for next
Well,
turn.
there you
That's
go.
a monster. So we will take the bottom monster. It's an occult ritualist. He is a cultist, so he will place doom if that reckoning comes up again. He spawns at the street nearest the leader. So that's something that matters for who the leader token
That's you
is
and me.
with. So that's going to be this street is the closest to
Okay.
us, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Put him in the street.
And just for our information, he's elusive and a lurker. He is not. Whenever he moves, he places a doom on an adjacent space instead of moving.
Okay.
So we have to hunt him down instead of him hunting us down.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, and
Next
one more.
token.
Might be another monster. Oh, that's the gate burst,
Boo.
which is we get a doom in every space of the north side. So
Of the north
3
side?
over there, where we started from and all ran away from. And then we also means we reshuffle this deck. So yeah, let me have all of these.
2.
And then
That's the bag.
yeah, I'll keep it and we'll draw those next turn. All right, that was our entire first turn. Didn't go too terribly, except for that one burst at the
Yep.
end. All right, what? Anybody want to go first in the action phase for the second turn? Somebody's got to get back to.
Right. Just back to north side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it could be me since I'm the warder, but I was going to go to Velma's Diner, but I guess it's worse over there at Northside now. I'd still have to spend $1 to get back and ward that space.
Well, Rusty can probably go here. It'd be
Sure.
beneficial. Oh, he's way down there.
Well,
That's-
It's
he's
1,
spend
2,
$1.
3. So I'd spend $1 to get
Okay.
there. So that's not a problem.
Your lore is not great. Actually, yeah, nobody's lore is great.
No.
only yours.
Yeah, only mine. All right, so who's going to, Lincoln, are you
Oh
going to
yeah, I'll
get
do
that
with that
guy?
monster. I think I have
All
to.
right, Nikki, you got any plan? I mean, you could just go to La Bella Luna and
Deal with that
Deal with
deal with that
situation.
situation. Or you could come down here. There's 2 clues down here. That's also good.
Where you
Who got the
get
clue last time?
A clue.
Lincoln did.
Lincoln. Where'd it go?
Don't forget, it's on his sheet. Don't forget, you can
Okay.
always try observation to put it up here on the.
I know. Don't I want
But
to pass it to Rusty? To
You do,
that?
or, yeah, probably, or whoever gets another clue, a second clue.
All right.
Okay, I guess we sort of know what we're doing.
Well, I was going to get some money for sure.
Yeah, you could just get money and move.
Take
And-
the action and do this. Deal with it. Roll. Oh, she's
No,
only
I
got
think
one.
she should. Somebody should be down here.
To
Okay.
try to get, since there's 2 clues down there. So I'll move 1, 2
Yeah,
and be in the same spot.
Is there any passing of anything you guys?
that's an
wanna do?
action though.
Okay.
She probably wants some money for her action.
And then I will do, wait, when do I get the 2?
That's when you take the action to get the 3.
Okay, so I'll do the 3 and then get my
Yep.
dress to the 9s as well, so I end up with 5.
Yep.
All right. That was my 2 actions.
Yep.
I can try moving up to Velma's Diner. We just take care of that right now.
Seems-
1, 2, and a third $1. Thank you.
Seems all right. And are
And
you
the
going to try
second
to
action, let's
ward?
go with the ward, and that's 3. No, 2.
2, it's lore.
lore. We'll give it a shot.
But you have a
Reroll.
reroll or something?
Silver key.
Once per round, you may re-roll any number of dice while resolving a lore
Any number
or
of dice.
Test.
So you essentially have 4 dice or 3 if you will succeed
Yes.
on 1 already. That's great. That silver key is good. So
Whoa,
re-roll
yeah,
them
then
both.
re-roll.
Yeah. That's great.
All right.
And got them both.
Got them both,
wow.
and that gives you a remnant for clearing both.
Nice.
Yes.
Thank you.
Flip your token. I'm gonna go next since my turn is basically the same as Rusty's. It's move 3 spaces by
$1.
spending my dollar, and
Taking
then
a cab.
Yeah,
Taking a Lyft or an
we're,
Uber.
We're keeping Uber in business in this town, and I have 4 dice to clear those 2 lore at the newspaper.
Yeah.
I got
yeah.
it. Yeah, I hit this die, but these
Okay.
are I got 3 successes. So same deal. Cleared 2, got a remnant, and
He's so excited about the remnant, he threw the tokens all over the place.
It's remnants.
all right, Lincoln, what are you doing?
I'm going to try to attack this guy then.
So you move. He engages with you immediately.
Yep.
Oh wait, I guess you could look and see. He's not that strong either.
Okay, so
Is it
+1 observation. I need an extra observation. What does that mean? Oh, it's if I'm trying
That's
to
if
evade.
you're trying to evade.
Yeah. So I'm gonna come over here. I guess I'll just come over here and attack.
See, he engages with you when you enter his space.
So I have to look at this. So elusive. This monster does not engage investigators in its space. The incense smells like sweet, sticky summer days and rotting meat. So it says +1 observation. What does that mean?
Oh, so well, that means he doesn't want to be found, so he's very easy to escape, and he will only engage you
Oh, if I attack.
if there's a special effect that like all monsters engage immediately.
So I'm
So
rolling 8 dice once again.
You must attack him to engage. Yeah, otherwise you could just move right through him. Yeah, 8 dice
Really?
is insane.
Okay.
Well, at least I got 1, so that's all that matters.
that's all you need,
Well, I've
right?
got 1 more die, 2 more die. Let's just see how many I get here. All right,
Oh,
I got
yeah.
3. Yeah.
Yeah.
You triple killed him. Good job.
Okay.
All right.
And there's that.
Top.
Top. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. Because that's where they come from. At the bottom.
Oh,
Okay. That was everybody. He was the last 2 actions.
Okay.
Wow. No monster phase again.
Sweet.
This is crazy.
Let's keep
I
it
know.
like that.
I'm like maybe there's a bunch in the back.
Of course.
Well, the fact that you guys took care of a bunch of doubles
right
on
away.
these is very, very good.
Shh, they'll hear you. They'll know. They're gonna know and make it much harder. All right, monster phase. There's nothing to happen. Encounter phase. Lincoln's gonna get a street encounter this time. That's gonna be
That's
kind of
gonna
fun.
be interesting.
Was that where the stuff's flying around town and I have to worry about it? I'm out in the open?
Well, that's a different Arkham game.
That's a
but
different.
yes.
They got rid of all that nonsense.
I liked that nonsense.
Let's do Nikki's
Yeah,
first.
because we were
and
trying
see
to
if she-
not get out in the street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you used to also not have any encounters in the street. At least they give you something to do. Let's do Nikki's first.
Okay.
But see if she gets the clue.
Probably not.
2 clue.
The stone tablets are too heavy to move. You'll have to read them here. You gain 1 spell.
Okay.
The tide is coming in and the water laps at your ankles. Test will.
3. I should read this first before we go further, though.
Yeah.
It might.
You got it before
Help,
the check.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Astral Traveler spell. This is, instead of a normal move action, you may test lore.
Oh, wow.
You move a number of spaces equal to your test result +2.
Wow.
So it's a big move.
It can be a big move, yes.
But my lore is only 1, so it's
Yes.
pretty sad.
And it costs you a sanity to cast
Oh,
it. each
yes.
time.
Yeah, but if
There's
we
a
need to get
little
somewhere.
sanity
And can she
there.
pass a spell?
Yes, you can trade spells.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so it doesn't help you in this situation
Right.
where you need to test will.
Okay. So I need 3 die for my will. I don't get any bonuses.
You got no lucky rabbit's foot or anything.
That was
Oof.
not good. Once per round while resolving a test, you may suffer 1 damage and 1 horror to re-roll any number of dice. What do you think?
I can't
He's
tell you
looking at
because
the
I know
card.
what happens.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't even look at your face. It seems like a very high price to pay
That was my thought as well.
Okay.
for that, so no, I'll fail.
Okay. The fail is about the same, so it would have
okay,
been a
good.
high price to pay. If you fail, the undertow dashes you against the rocks. You suffer 2 damage.
Yeah.
So take 2 heart damage from the
Okay.
pile there.
That was it? Nothing?
Yeah, but you got the spell no matter what, so
Yeah.
that was just
That's a good
to
thing.
avoid the negative consequence. Okay, who wants to go next?
Street, I'll go.
Okay, oh, street. There are 3 types of streets, and you are in the,
Street, not the bridge street.
residential street.
Residential streets. You remember a shortcut near here. There's an observation
Roll it.
check.
Sweet,
Pass
2 of
it.
them.
Nice.
If you pass, you duck along an alley and cut a full block from your route. You may move up to 2 spaces, ignoring monsters during this movement.
Well,
There's nothing to really do, but I should move.
do you want to get
Go
over
to this
here?
neighborhood. You'd still end up in the street, but at least you're closer. Yeah. Okay. Street encounter is not that exciting, but at least it got you something.
Movement, that's kind of cool.
Movement,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's see. I'm at the Arkham Advertiser.
The people of Arkham need to know they're in danger, Minnie Klein tells you, but Doyle won't run the story without proof. You may spend 1 remnant to make sure her article is published. If you do, those whose lives are saved remember you in their thoughts and prayers. You become blessed.
Oh,
You
sweet.
gotta do it. Wow.
Heck yeah. This I didn't point these out yet, but there are blessed and cursed cards.
Yeah, of course.
Those of us who've played these games before know that this is an amazing card.
Yes.
When you're resolving a test, 4s, 5s, and 6s now count as successes.
Sweet.
Nice.
But after you fail a test, discard this card.
Never
This
fail.
is this is, of course is another card that I cannot trade away to the other.
So you do it once, and then the card goes. Or if you fail
if
again.
you fail.
Okay.
No, anytime you fail.
Oh, yeah, 4, 5, and 6, yes. So, yeah.
So, but I also have the lucky cigarette case. So if I just keep on passing and passing, I will stay blessed. Who's left? Rusty, and you are.
I am in Velma's Diner.
You might don't mind if I read it.
Go right ahead, sir.
Velma's Diner. Hey, I work there. I could have got you a discount if you asked me. Abner Weems, the local drunk, leans against the wall as he starts telling you about the horrid fish frog monster he saw at the docks until Velma shoos him away. Get you, she says before turning to you with a sigh. What'll it be? You may spend $1 for you or an ally to recover 3 health.
Okay.
Yeah, you're out of luck.
I would say the $1 I could spend, and that would help Nikki.
As you can see from the icons, Velma's Diner is a great place to go to get healed. Didn't help Rusty out in this situation because he hasn't been damaged, so didn't do anything for him.
But did not that say I could help someone else?
No, an ally is this.
Ah.
The ally cards. You cannot help somebody.
Got it.
Okay.
There you go. So no, she can get herself to the diner for some pie.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the encounter phase. Now for the bad stuff.
Oh boy.
Doom.
Doom.
We have no discard, so we draw a new discards card and we place it at the Arkham Advertiser. Somebody put Doom right where I
you're
am
at?
there. Yep. And my second one, blank.
Yay,
Blankety
blank.
blank.
A bad guy.
A monster.
A bag guy.
Robed figure. Oh, it's the little cultist like we've already dealt with. He spawns at the unstable space, which is the Arkham Advertiser.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You're getting some trouble. I only drew
One more,
one.
yep.
I got one more horrible thing.
And
Hey.
that is more Doom.
More Doom.
Right here. Which we draw a new card for. The Unvisited Isle.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Oh, and this immediately engages with me. When a monster appears on your space, that's what happens. So I may have to deal with that. I can probably deal with it. It's only a figure. That's a clue. Goes here in the merchant district. So a second clue token there.
Yep. And then the last one, which I'll give you here, it's the newspaper article, I guess.
Yes.
Yep.
So you'll get to read the card, and then Rusty will draw from the fresh bag of Doom.
Doom. Break-in at Historical Society. Criminals wore robes, masks, several artifacts stolen. Gang of occult-minded thugs could be anywhere by Minnie Klein staff writer Arkham Mass. Headline. You suffer 2 damage and 2 horror unless you place 1 Doom in your space. If you're in a street space, place the Doom in an adjacent neighborhood space instead. So I'll do that.
Doom.
Doom. Yeah, isn't that weird? Why is it that it doesn't go where I'm at?
I think because street spaces are not really playable spaces.
Nikki's not great at dealing with them, and nobody's here, so we'll just do it there.
No.
Okay.
They don't care about money, so I have no power.
I know. Well, we all got good items, luckily, on that first turn. You need to go to a store and buy something really good.
Yeah, I do.
A blank.
A blank. Good start.
And a clue token.
That would be excellent.
That would be a good draw. Or another
Another
blank.
blank.
I was gonna say, all right.
Wow.
You stole all the, you stole all the
That's
joy
two of
from
the
us.
3 that were in the
I
bag.
know.
Our next couple turns could be ugly.
We better
Okay.
buff up for this next time.
New turn.
Yeah.
I've got a robed figure to deal with, but he's pretty wimpy, and I've got ways to deal with it. So I got several ways to deal with it. So get to the clue locations. I've got a monster, so I can probably only fight him and then clear that one thing. So if anybody can, get a good lore roll, go here or here. Otherwise, go to the clue locations, I guess.
I was going to stay in the same spot
That's probably totally fine.
because then I can.
Although, no, go here. You've got $5. Have an encounter at the general store.
Oh, okay. But
Do you want her to start?
do you want me
Sure.
to
Well,
start
I mean,
or
that seems like a good idea, right? Or
should I pass some money to
Wait,
Lincoln?
let me
Lincoln's
start.
right here.
I'm not with you though.
You could move into my space. I could give you some money.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but then he'd
Then-
be out of actions.
Okay.
He wouldn't have another action to keep on moving to the general
Okay.
store. He could meet you at the general store if he wants to,
Okay.
and then take some of your money after if you have any left after your turn. Well,
Okay,
you
yeah.
don't have the encounter till later.
Got it.
Really, only one of you can do it. Let me go first because just in case the robed figure whips
Releases
my butt,
some monsters or
yeah,
something.
or does something like. Actually, none of you are going to be able to get to me across the map, but I was going
help
to say
you?
How many
to help
spaces
me,
is that?
It's 4 for Lincoln, and he's the closest to me.
And I got no dollars. No dollars and little cents.
You know what? It's such a
But
wimpy thing. She
I
has
have
the
my
travel spell.
astral travel.
Yeah, but you have to test lore, and you're a lore 1. I'll go first since I
Yep.
know what I'm doing.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to attack this guy. Waitress versus cultist. I have 2 dice. I succeed on 4, 5, or 6, and I get a reroll. There's a success. I've defeated the robed figure.
And you didn't fail, so you didn't lose
I didn't
your
fail, so I
blessing.
didn't lose my blessing. Yes. And
No. Top.
I don't know why I want to keep that. Thank you for monitoring that.
I know. Got somebody on it.
And my second action, I will just ward that single doom off of the advertiser if I can succeed at a lore check.
jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, done. Now you more people do your other interesting turns. You are possibly going to go shopping. You are going to go to one of these spaces. You could go this way, Lincoln, or you don't have any extra money. Because Rusty could also come down this way and try for those ones.
Right. That was my intention.
He can go maybe and deal with this. He's at least got 2 lore. Is it lore or
It's
observation?
lore for the wards. Although I could do that one next turn.
Right.
But my getting into which town is that? That's not
Rivertown.
Rivertown gives me an opportunity at the end of the round to pick up another clue.
Yeah. I mean, if all 3 of you go there, you're guaranteed to get at least shots at the clue. That's not even that bad.
That's another thing. If I head here first, you head into the Black Cave, then you can trade with me the clue.
token.
Oh, that's a pretty good idea too.
Do it.
All right. So, 1, 2, 3. That's the dollar to make the
Hiring
extra
that
movement.
cab. Yep.
I mean, why not? I've got nothing else at the moment other
You could
than
focus a skill also.
Yeah.
That's also.
You know what? Let me focus on the lore. I think the lore would
I
be
think that
helpful.
seems helpful.
Lore?
Lore.
Closest to you
What am I doing?
of the gray.
Yes,
bars.
this.
The purple. Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I should switch to lore the next time I defeat a monster, which I did recently.
But I mean, the observation one worked out.
helped
for you.
out absolutely.
So Lincoln,
Well,
are you
rolling
going to
2
move?
dice is always
you going to
better.
move and trade then?
I guess
Or you
so.
gonna- My suggestion: move and try to ward that thing.
Yep.
Then, if you get the second clue, trade next turn. You'll still be in the same space next turn.
Okay. Neither.
Okay. No rerolls.
I don't think I have any. No.
Okay. And you probably go here.
Yep, 1.
And do you already have the skill focused? No, focus a skill.
Okay.
So choose a skill and gain a
Lore.
+1 token to it.
All right.
So you moved and focused. You moved and focused. You
I
moved
flipped my token.
and didn't do that.
Oh, I didn't flip my token.
We were keeping track of that. Okay. No monsters. I'm almost scared that we're doing something wrong because the monsters are disappearing too quickly.
Yeah.
Although we have not had a strong monster.
Yeah, they're very
We've had
weak.
4 human monsters that were really easy. There are some worse ones in here.
We're also seasoned Arkham players.
No, well,
Yeah,
you guys
that
did
has
not. You guys did not see the monster deck that I set up, which is of course different for every scenario. There's some worse things.
Okay.
Okay, we'll flip our tokens back. No monster phase. Nothing happens. Encounters.
Yep.
Let's do the Arkham Advertiser because I'm having a boring no clue turn.
Okay. Editor Doyle Jeffries tells you about a hot tip that he needs you to follow up on. Spawn one clue.
Spawn one clue. Great.
Yep. Either test influence to ask for a payment up front or spend one remnant to show him the types of challenges you face. It's
What do I have
either
to pass?
ask for a payment up front or spend one remnant to show him the types of challenges you face.
I don't have a remnant. What do I
Yeah.
have to pass?
If you pass, it's the influence. Either
Okay.
test influence to ask for a payment up front or spend one remnant to show him.
I don't have a remnant.
Yes. So you're gonna test influence.
So it's only 2 dice, but I have blessed and my reroll that I have not used yet. Pay me up front.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. So he reluctantly, if you pass or spend the remnant, Doyle reluctantly agrees and you gain $3.
Whee!
Yay.
Nice.
You're a tough lady.
I know. I'm doing. Nobody takes advantage of this magical waitress. All right. All the rest of you have decently good chances at
Riverton.
Rivertown clues. All right, let's go. We'll go this way. We'll just go around the table this time.
Okay.
Nikki,
Yeah.
you are at the general store.
I am. Give me some stuff.
Davy Schaffner is looking rather glum, and old Mr. Hattle is nowhere to be seen. You may buy any number of common items from the display.
Okay.
If
Fine.
you buy something, Davy tells you it hasn't been the same since the reopening without Uncle Hattle, and you gain 1 clue from your neighborhood.
Oh.
Woof. Someone needs to get the pocket watch. Additional action.
What?
Yes.
I'm
$6.
5.
She's
I know,
got
she doesn't
5.
have it, but-
Well, she
I can
has
do
to buy something.
The revolver.
Rabbit's Foot's good too. Revolver's great.
What is-
Tattered Cloak, what does that do?
That's a
forgot.
magic item, unfortunately. That's not a common.
Oh, you're right.
Not common.
Yeah, the rabbit's foot's the bomb. It's only
Rabbit's Foot's
$2.
yeah.
What is the
but
Rabbit's
45
Foot
is
It's the
also
reroll.
really good.
Oh, it's a reroll.
Yeah, it
and it
says-
doesn't hurt you?
No, it says
just
once per round,
round.
you may reroll 1 die while resolving a test. Gives you another shot at it.
Or should I do strength?
Let them do the strength. We
Okay.
got 2 guys with machine guns already, and they're right next to you.
Okay, reroll.
Yeah.
People that watch this show know how I do with having tons of roll opportunities
I don't know
and
how
not
is that.
getting
For
it.
reference, go look at Black Orchestra.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe how many dice. I still
I
remember
know.
how many dice we rolled.
It was ridiculous.
26
Yeah.
dice, I think,
Yeah.
or something like that.
It was
Rabbit's
over
Foot?
20, yeah.
2.
Okay, so there's 5. Rabbit's Foot. Okay.
Cool.
And for that.
And the clue.
Yay, clue.
Yay.
How do I get this to that guy now?
You have to take an action, a research action, which is observation.
Yeah, which we have to
Okay.
roll for. Oof.
Or
I
maybe
give it to Rusty.
pass it to Rusty because he's
Oh, I
better.
see, yes,
That's
of
that's
Okay.
a possibility.
Mystic Tome.
Ooh, I bet that's
You
magic.
get +3 lore while casting a spell.
Wow. Oh, that's also good for Nikki with her spell. Okay, who's next?
Lincoln.
I will.
You guys are both at the Black Cave.
The Black Cave.
A strange echo leads you deeper into the cave, where suddenly music jumps into your mind. You gain 1 spell. You try to remember your way out, and that is a will check.
I will check that. My spell is Alchemical Process. It's a spell, it's ritual. Action, test, lore. You gain $1 for each success you roll. Nice.
Wow.
So it's an additional thing that I can take in action, one of my
Yes,
actions.
right.
But
also,
it can give me
remember,
money.
It costs sanity every time you cast it. There's a brain at the bottom.
Oh, okay. Well, that's weird that it doesn't just say that, though. But I get it. It's a standard thing. So,
Yeah.
what was I supposed to do?
Will check.
Oh, yeah, will. I will check it. 3.
Ay.
Sweet. Two
Yeah.
successes.
If you pass, you see yourself coming in and slipped into the shadows so you aren't noticed. You gain 1 clue from your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yay.
Sweet.
So that means Rusty's going to have a regular encounter because we've gotten rid of all the clue cards, but
Yes.
that's okay.
Fun for
Okay.
you.
We're in the Black Cave?
Yeah.
The blackness around you is watching and listening. Either test will to steal your mind and stare down the darkness, or spend one remnant to appease it.
Ooh.
Just test the
I'm
will.
gonna test
I
the
wouldn't
will.
roll the remnant on
Yeah.
something like that.
All right. 3.
Done.
5.
Got it. Okay. If you pass or spend one remnant, the darkness flows into your mind and you gain one spell. That's all you need to know. You don't need to know the fail.
All right.
Does your head explode?
I didn't read it.
This is a flesh ward. It takes a hand to use. Spell incantation. Once per round, if you, another investigator, or an ally on any space would suffer damage, you may test lore. Prevent damage equal to your test result.
Okay.
So it's a protective shield spell.
Yes.
But it has a hand on it, so you would not be able to use it at the same time as you were fighting with your two-handed gun.
That is correct.
Your two-handed gub.
Okay. We had a successful encounter's turn. It's time for the Bag of Doom.
Dude.
Yay.
All bad.
It's pretty bad. Reckoning.
It's a reckoning.
That's the only other token where nothing happens right now because there are no
Oh,
cultists on
okay.
the board. And nobody else has a reckoning symbol on anything, right?
Doom.
Headline.
Headline. Extra, extra.
Big city burglars busted. Gang of thieves robbed rich, gave to selves. Accomplices believed to be in Arkham. Nothing like that here, say cops. By A. Wong, Associated Press, Boston, Mass. Headline, for each item you have, you suffer 1 damage unless you discard that item.
Woof.
Well, this is a spell. I have 2 items. And I don't want to get rid of my lucky cigarette case. And I don't really, so my magical key lets me focus a skill once. I'll just take the 2 damage. It's fine. I'm just making sure. I do have 6. I mean, yeah. Plus, I mean, I work at the diner where they heal you up real good. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Or
gotta
you can
get
go
there, though.
over to the TikTok club.
Yeah.
Okay. Dun dun dun. Why am
That
I
is
always drawing
Doom.
those ones?
Which we're supposed to spawn it like this. Train station. Oh, okay, that's actually okay since I'm right near it.
Okay, next one.
Go for it.
Hey, some more
Yeah,
Doom.
I sort of knew it was going to be another one. La Belle Luna. Oh, 3 in a space.
Uh-oh.
We have our first anomaly. Any further in the blue area of downtown will now go directly onto the card.
Okay.
And we have a clear focus thing to focus on for now.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
A
Monster.
Monster!
It's the monster.
Oh, it's a hooded stalker. It's another human, but he
Human.
might be a little creepier. He spawns at most Doom.
Oh my goodness.
And he's a hunter. He will move towards and engage the lowest strength character,
Eek.
which is actually me. I have 2 strength.
So when does he move?
When in the monster phase, which we've never actually executed yet.
Okay.
Assuming
just
one
a
of
blank.
assuming
So
one
now
of
we have
the-
no more blanks.
one of the hero cops doesn't kill him first.
Come on, hero cop.
All right. Yeah, I'm close enough.
You
I
are-
can
you guys are both
do
very
without
close.
money because I don't have any money.
Wow,
which
you
is,
got a machine gun. That's better than money.
well, I'm saying I could get there in 1 turn because
Oh yeah,
it's 2 spaces.
that's right. Yeah.
Clue.
Clue. Nice. And that comes from the top. In north side clue, where I am.
Another clue, Rusty.
Don't forget to give him your clues, or somebody anyway, next turn.
Well, Lincoln's with him, so
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Although
Lincoln
if
should,
Rusty needs to move and fight,
yeah.
that means Lincoln should go
maybe
first.
Lincoln, yeah. But if you need, maybe he'll do the fighting. next
Lincoln
turn.
can
Just
fight
go ahead.
and give Rusty the clues.
Newspaper.
Newspaper.
Maybe we both just go here and roll our lore to try to remove those. I'd have to move.
I can get there and do the
Okay,
board.
okay.
You guys just clear the space for me.
Dun
All
dun
right.
dun.
All right. Read the headline and we're done.
Dream expert found dead. Foul play suspected. Dr. Ephraim Zweiglanger, MD, PhD, dead in his home. Doctor strangled to death by his own hand? By Amelia Baxter, U Press, Boston, Massachusetts. Headline, Test will. You suffer 3 horror, prevent 1 horror for each success you rolled.
Ooh.
Ooh, and I only have 3 will, so... But I do have the silver key.
Silver key.
It's only when it's lore or observation that it works.
Wow,
Yeah,
you
you
succeeded
my
on
goodness.
2.
Yeah.
So I only suffer 1 horror.
Yes.
So that's a brain.
It's a brain
It's
damage.
a brain, not a
Brain,
heart.
Not a heart. It's not a brain. It's sanity.
Now, can I put that on Becky?
You can. I didn't mention it at the setup because I didn't notice that Becky had hit points and sanity points. Allies, which is something that we have not gotten yet in the
Yeah.
game, they also have health and sanity, which you can essentially use them as a shield to take health and sanity losses for you. I didn't realize that you had a possession that did the same thing. So yes, you can use Becky to absorb some health damage or sanity horror, but if it fills up, it's broken and gone. You don't want that to happen. Same with an ally. If your ally took as much damage as
Oh,
it
I
has
see. So
listed
that's what
on here-
happens with Old Boiler. If he takes
Yeah,
5 hits,
he takes 5 hits.
The car's
he's dead.
broken.
Car's broken. Your ally dies. Your gun breaks.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
My
it was,
token of faith
I didn't
might
realize it
carry
was
you.
so common on possessions, though. So yeah, you
Okay.
can somehow your machine gun can absorb some sanity damage for you. Okay, I get it. Okay, end of turn. We now have some new things to deal with. We got these. We got some clues we need to get to Rusty or somebody who can.
So we
roll.
this came after the monster phase. So we
Yeah,
were-
they
sweet.
almost always appear
So
in,
let's
the,
kill him.
in the mythos phase.
Or
So
scare
what
him off,
order
or
do you
whatever we
want to deal with that?
Yeah.
So, I mean, depending which order we want to do things, I could head over there and attack him. I have the +4 on strength.
Yeah, I have.
So does Lincoln.
I have 8.
Lincoln's actually 1 higher on strength.
Okay.
I'll
So
just
does
go.
he want to pass the clues?
But he
Is
can't.
that an
He
action?
can't pass. Right. He can't
Okay.
pass. Wait.
He can't pass,
You go
move,
first
and
and
fight.
take the trade action. You take the clues from him, and then he can move and attack on his turn.
And is it 1 action per item?
No, it's
Yeah, we
the
we
trade
keep
is
past money
global.
to
Got it.
everybody.
The trade is as many as
So
you
there's your
like
first action.
between
Cool.
everyone on the space.
And then do
Do you have
wanna
anything
move?
else you guys want to trade? Just as long as you're doing it,
Is there anything that would help you that I have?
you got that
In a
spell.
fight.
The
You
spell?
both he's got that other spell. Just
I don't know.
checking. Just making sure while you're there.
No,
I don't
you
think
can't.
so.
You can
Silver
only
key.
have one focus. So
Okay.
I don't think I need to worry about a silver key anyway at this point.
does he want to switch?
Although, man, silver key is fantastic. He should. He's not there, so he can't do it. Oh no, he could
Focus
do that
for
here
lore?
right now.
What?
Just deal with that.
Try that one.
Yeah,
I could.
because he can
It's-
re-roll
It's
it.
probably either that or focus a second skill.
He can,
He
he'd
can
have
do
to
two.
get
Yep.
rid.
I
Oh,
can
for
do-
Lincoln, I was thinking Lincoln since he's the one going in the fight.
Yeah, but I'm not going to worry about these right now. It would be nice to thin these out just so that Aaron's not dealing or what.
I'm just saying that he's got lore, and you have a card that uses lore. So if you had 3 lore, it might benefit for that one card. But I don't know.
I don't have 3 lore though. I'd have to change things to do that.
That's
so.
what I'm saying.
Oh, I see.
So let me just go ahead and
Roll 3.
ward. Yeah.
Try and ward.
Yeah.
Roll ward.
Monkey ward.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you've
Wow.
got it.
All right. Okay. Flip your action token.
I am done.
Lincoln, I guess you can
Yep. 2. And I'm going to attack him.
take him.
He's got
He
1.
may be tougher.
Again, it's a similar thing. -1. So he's, if I'm trying to evade him, which I'm not going to evade him. Hello, friend. What are you doing out here so late at night? And all alone, too. Hooded stalker, monster, human cultist. He's only takes 1 hit. So I roll 8 again. I think I could probably pull that off.
Yeah,
Oof,
you only-
just
you only-
1.
You only like to get 1 on those first 6, and then
There you go.
then
then
it's 7 and 8.
Pow pow.
Yeah.
Brap, brap. Okie dokie. Well, at least he's off the board. Hey,
got it
he's
this
remembered it.
All right, and I could spend. I have $3, so I think I'll come over there and do that.
Yeah, if we could
Clear
deal with
the
it.
farms.
So if you take all these off, is this just gone?
It's as soon as the neighborhood is empty. Yep.
Wow.
But I need 3 successes. And
Yeah, I
only
know.
have
Wish you
4
had this
dice.
card.
Here's my $1 for the cab. This may take me more than once. I do get 1 reroll, and I'm blessed. It's 50-50 on the dice.
Yay, like that.
Ta-da!
Yay,
Nice.
3. Boom, boom, boom.
3,
Yay, and
that's
this is
gone, and I get another
Wow.
remnant. Yeah.
Nice.
Although now, I'm sort of bummed because we don't get to have the cool encounters from the anomaly deck.
We'll get them.
We'll
Don't
get
you
it back.
sweat it.
Oh, plus there's a clue there. We both get a shot at that. Okay, Nikki, you're the only one who has 2
Yeah.
actions left.
I'm moving to TikTok Club
Yeah.
and fix my health a little, perhaps.
And you.
That's an encounter that does that.
Yeah, probably.
She's got money too, right? That's exchange money for.
It is
Yeah.
basically buy healing.
Yeah.
You still don't, you sort of don't have a second action though, do you? She can't get money. She can only have 1 focus token.
She could, though. She has a clue token already, so she could attempt to put that on the card.
She certainly could. That's
Yeah,
a great
that's
idea.
probably-
I mean,
the way
it's
to
probably
do
the
it.
best action.
Since there's no penalty for it. Thank
Right.
you, Rusty.
And I won't lose it if
Nope.
it doesn't
Nope.
work.
So you're gonna roll observation.
Okay, that's 2 die.
It's
Hey,
worth it. It's
still-
worth a shot.
To try to put a
To-
clue token
clue
on the
token
bad
on
guy.
Does your rabbit's foot help with observation?
Once
any
per
roll.
round,
It's
you
any
may
test.
reroll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yay!
You
Six.
can meet the rabbits.
So she
Yay.
gets to put 1 clue token
Correct.
because she got 1
Correct.
die on there.
In this case, she only had 1, but if she
Nice.
Yeah.
if she had 2, she could re-roll the 3 and try to get the second
So
one.
we don't know how much we need to get over there?
We need 3 to read card 4.
Okay.
3 doom flips this card. 3 clues.
Yeah,
takes us
Rusty,
to the
get
next
those
card.
other 2
Yeah,
on
we
there.
could get there very soon. All right. Do we do everything? Now we again have no monsters to activate.
This is so strange. Okay.
I know. I really feel like there should be, if there's no monsters, add 6 monsters to the board or something. But I know I'm asking for the game to be much harder. And again, we've seen
Well,
nothing
this
but
is
human
reportedly a
cultists.
tough scenario.
People have said they lose this first scenario 70 or 80% of the time.
Well,
Especially
we
in the
haven't.
first
Doesn't
game.
mean we've gotten
No,
anywhere yet. I mean,
We have not won yet. We have not even gotten close to one. And we have not seen
No.
anything but a human cultist
Yeah.
yet. All right. Let's do Lincoln and mine first, since we're
Okay.
in the Cluey area. Downtown, and we are in La Bella Luna. Lincoln, a panicked stranger forces a wad of cash in your hand. You gain $3.
just okay. boom.
There's going to be more to the story, though.
I know.
This benefactor tells you, you got to get me out of here, and points to the club's imposing bouncer. Test observation.
Oof. Okay. Well, at least I have my double whammy there. Oof. Nope.
If you fail, you both get caught. You suffer 2 damage.
Okay. Boom. Boom.
And here, now read my La Bella Luna.
In the VIP area of the Clover Club, beneath the restaurant,
Yeah.
Peter Clover winks and pins a 4-leaf clover to your coat. You become a Clover Club member. Do me a favor in return someday. You offer to pull strings on his behalf. Influence.
I believe Clover Club member is a specific special card that I get to take.
Ah.
Cool.
What I do, test influence.
Yeah.
My influence is only 2. And I
You-
succeed
you-
on a
you
4,
pass,
5, or
okay.
6. Yes.
He pays you in advance, gain $3.
Boom! Clover Club members, after I perform a gather resources action, so waste.
Oops, I'm sorry. All of them miss you.
So after I waste an action gaining $1 in downtown, I may spend $2 to gamble. If I do, roll 1 die and gain that much money. Wow, we are money generators here, even though we're already all
Dude,
rich.
somebody needs the pocket watch. You're at $5. You're close. That's the extra action every round.
So this was not the clue. So we know that the clue card is on top, since we just had 2 blue cards in a row.
Cool.
All right. Oh, the extra action. You're right. That's such a great card. Okay.
Well, we really need it because we're really struggling with these
Hyper,
monsters.
hyper.
Nikki's at the TikTok
I am
club.
at the TikTok Club.
TikTok. Rusty?
TikTok.
Or, yeah.
Da da da.
Welcome to the TikTok club.
Thank you, sir.
Some days a little live music and hot food is the best tonic. I don't know why I
That's
became
right.
Cajun, but welcome to my TikTok club. Oh, this is the clue card for the neighborhood, so this is going to be an
sweet.
important encounter. You or an ally recovers 1 health and 1 sanity.
Really?
You haven't
Okay.
lost any sanity.
Without
but-
spending anything.
Hey, welcome to the TikTok club. While you rest, you notice that several of the clocks are stopped. Check lore.
Oh, my goodness.
You got
Wish I
2
had
dice.
better lore.
Well, 2 dice is better than 1. Nope.
Okay.
No. Hey, wait.
Do you have
Yeah, I have my rabbit's
got
foot.
that? You got them there lucky rabbit's foot?
I could also go a little crazy too.
Just do the
I
rabbit.
wanna do that,
just
but
do
I'll
the
do the
rabbit's
rabbit's
for
foot
now. One,
first.
1 die reroll.
Okay.
Come on, Nikki.
And me and dice.
Ugh. Man.
Okay. Now, because this is the clue card,
Yeah.
Do you want to burn that lore focus token?
Yes.
Normally that would only get you 1 die reroll, but Nikki's special ability is it gets her all her dice rerolled.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yes.
So I would say yes. Use it to get
Come on, Nikki.
I know.
another good chance. Come on.
Come on,
Wait.
dice.
Use these.
Switch dice,
Not
yeah.
these. Yeah, these dice.
I felt them turning
No,
towards
they only roll 3s and 4s. See?
okay.
Look at that. See? 2s and 3s.
Unbelievable.
No.
Unbelievable.
It just says if you pass, you get the clue. That doesn't tell you
I
anything
can
happens
still
if you
go
fail.
a little crazy if I want.
Oh,
I can
wait.
do the
Oh.
search for Izzy.
While resolving a test, suffer 1 damage and 1 horror to reroll any number of dice. Do it.
So roll 2
So I
dice
get
again.
the sicky back
Yeah, and you're
and a little crazy
Totally.
roll
It's
it. Come on, Nikki.
for reroll
Any number.
Any number.
It's your full 2 dice.
This is so insane.
Yes!
Okay, I just had to be a little crazy.
No, that's great.
apparently.
Well, at least it paid off in that case.
Jeez.
I know.
That was an
That's the
expensive.
Arkham Horror story is like spending and spending and
Expensive.
spending and spending and like missing on 12 dice in a row.
Yeah.
But at least you got it. Yeah,
That was
great.
expensive.
Okay, do we all do an encounter?
Did I get anything better than that?
The clue is the best reward
I
in
don't
the
think
game.
Rusty's done
I've
yet.
not.
Okay, you are in the Black Cave.
Black
Yep.
Cave in Riverton.
Okay, I'll read.
Do it.
Spurs of rock surround the passageway like a toothy maw. You steel yourself to enter. Check will.
Will 3. 1 more. Come on.
Okay,
There.
if you pass, you discover wax and chalk markings that suggest a ritual was held here and find something that was left behind. You gain 1 curio item. You don't need to know fail because you didn't fail. 1 curio.
Curio. Do you have a curio?
Pocket watch is a common curio.
Yeah, that's extra action.
Yeah, great.
Oh, you got it. Someone got it.
It says
anyway.
curio. It doesn't say common or rare. So.
Great.
Wow.
The new one is Dynamite. It's a common weapon. As part of an action, you may discard this card to deal 5 damage to each monster you are engaged with. Wow.
Yeah.
That is an important one for later.
And no hands.
Yeah, hands.
No
free.
hands, wow.
No hands.
Look,
Okay.
Mom.
Yeah.
No hands.
All right. Everyone did an encounter?
How do you throw that dynamite with no hands?
Kick it.
Okay.
Could be.
So if you can get your 2 clues up there next turn,
Two
we
clues.
will we will proceed on to whatever is next.
To the other side.
Here we go. Mythos.
Oh, this
A
stuff.
clue.
A clue.
Yay.
Rivertown. Here, will you shuffle those
Riverdale.
3 for me?
Archie and Jughead.
And a monster. Here we go. Swift Biaki.
Ay.
It spawns at most doom, so we can choose which one of those. We actually probably want it closer. Well, let's see.
Train station.
It's going to move towards and engage the lowest observation.
That's you as well.
2.
Right? Oh, no, observation. I'm
Two.
sorry.
It's the 3 of us. It's a tie between everyone but Rusty.
But let's put it right here.
I think so too.
Because we can have it move towards you if you think it's something
What?
Yes.
that we should be dealing
Well, we
with.
can choose
I
who
thought
it goes
it had to
towards.
be in the either.
We choose. These
It
are
goes
both.
here or here. We choose. Oh, and it takes 3 hits to kill.
Yeah, well, we've got 2 guys with 7 attacks each. We could 6, 7, or 8 attacks, and then Rusty's got rerolls and stuff.
Just at least it's something.
Right.
All right, you draw the last 2, and
He's
then
kind
we.
of.
He's not handsome. No.
No. Sort of dinosaur-y weird.
He's sort of
Wonder what his
Hey,
Tinder profile
another
is like.
doom, which
Doom.
goes. We flip a bottom. Goes to the Black
Black
Cave.
Cave.
Right here.
Doom.
And the
And
last
the
one
last
is not
one.
going to be blank.
It will not. It's
will be the gate
It's a
burst.
kapow.
That will reshuffle all these, but first, 1 doom in each space of the Merchant District, which is going to open an anomaly.
Eee, gadzooks.
So, boom, boom. And
Anomaly.
then please, Rusty, go ahead and shuffle that deck up.
Will
1,
do.
2. You can get there and deal with that. Get
I'm going to
those out of
put
there.
these.
Yep.
Now, do we not have something that happens at 5?
That's what this is. The next thing is only when there's 3 on the
It's when
the
we
sheet.
can't. Got it.
5, now any more that appear here. In fact, we're about to draw 4 more tokens. We might be getting some on the card immediately.
That was
Not
my 2,
good.
so it's you.
Okay.
And you're
Shuffle
working
all
with
of
the
them.
full
Yes,
bag.
shuffle everything.
Full bag. Hey, blank.
Yay.
Slipping out of my fingers. Hey, clue token.
Wow, good.
Nice.
All right,
Okay,
Rusty's
so-
got the deck.
Where's the
So
clue token
the
go?
clue token goes north side.
On the east side. It's over there, East Town.
2 more for Rusty.
Come on, Rusty, something light.
Yeah, we really don't want... The worst thing would be the gate burst again. So now that I've said that,
Sure.
could be a couple dooms, though.
So,
There's some
All right,
doom.
Doom?
Please don't be in East Town.
Nope, it's the graveyard.
River.
That sounds right.
all right. Monster.
Monster.
Monster!
All right.
It's
a
the
hooded
monster.
stalker. He spawns at most doom, which now is clearly this space.
Yes, it is.
2 monsters.
I have been surrounded.
You are trapped in the TikTok club. You also might get to have an interesting encounter if that
Sure.
stays there next turn.
Well,
okay.
you know.
New turn. Now we have new goals. You need to take a research action at some point.
Do I want to take it first? Because that may affect the new card. I mean, the 2 of them
It might
get our 3
It might
there.
give us a lot of information right away.
Yeah,
it
go.
might even clear some doom or do something good for us.
Go for
So,
it.
go for it?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So,
got-
research is,
It is
observation.
observation.
I have 3 for every
And you
one.
get to re-roll any number of dice on your silver key.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, that's so good. And he's got 3 actions this turn, right?
Okay, this
None.
one's.
That just re-roll
Reroll
that.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say re-roll that again.
You
Right?
have
Fuck,
to.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
He's got.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's 1.
Did you get to keep?
He wants a second success, though.
I need a second success,
For
but I may
both
re-roll.
But he does get to keep
He
the
does get to
previous?
keep that.
Okay,
I get to
sweet.
re-roll any number.
Yes.
Yes!
That's
And
exactly
that does
what
what
we
we
need.
need.
That does exactly what we need. And you still have 2 actions left. But
Oh, I
3
do have
clues
2
on the
actions.
scenario. Add card 4 to the codex. Parts of the mystery become clear. The note from yourself, the sense of deja vu, they're all because time is becoming unstuck. Effect may not be following cause properly right now, but you're certain that this phenomenon is the result of an arcane ritual performed by the cult you've been tracking in the city. You'll have to find the site of the ritual, as well as the epicenter of the temporal disturbance, if you're to have any hope of setting things to right. Armed with your new knowledge, you set out again into the city and try to ignore it when flowers fold into buds and raindrops fly upward to the sky. Take 5 markers. I think maybe those do those
He
questions.
still gets
look
2
like-
actions after doing that research?
Yes,
He
because
has the silver
the
the
pocket
pocket
watch.
watch.
sweet.
I don't know. They
'Cause
got
you should
that
go
on
with
that
that.
That's what I'm
side and that
waiting.
on the other.
Because maybe we can both deal with them in this
Oh, there's
turn.
some different
there
shapes.
Yes, okay. 1 blue, 1 red, and 3 white.
1 blue, 1 red, and 3 white.
Then flip them back over and randomize them. Shuffle them up.
Yep.
1 goes on the Black Cave. 1 goes on Velma's Diner. 1 goes on the Arkham Advertiser. 1 goes in Independence Square. And 1 goes on the Unvisited Isle, which is the creepy, crowded spot. Then flip this card.
Uh-oh.
Profane Ritual. You're not certain what the cult's ritual's intended effect was, but it's clearly linked to the odd flow of time in and around Arkham. You'll have to discover the ritual site to learn more. We now have a new action available.
Neat.
Reveal a marker at your location and resolve the effect based on its color. When you reveal a white marker, you find nothing of interest, discard it. When you reveal the blue marker, add card 6 to the codex. Do not remove this card from the codex. When you reveal the red marker, if the barrier is destroyed, add card 7 to the codex. Otherwise, add that card to the codex. Do not remove this card from the codex. If both the blue and red markers have been revealed, remove all other markers from the board and return this card to the archive. So we want to find the blue and the red, I guess.
Okay.
Well, maybe Nikki can immediately go for one. No, she can't, right? It'd be monster time, so she
Well-
can't do that action.
He's still got 2.
I still have 2 actions where I can take 1,
Yeah,
2
I'll
to move
go.
in there.
Then you go. I go. Then Nikki can go. Maybe.
Would not both the
Or then
monsters
Aaron-
attack?
Whoever
Aaron's
goes
on
there
turn
first,
two.
they're going to
Right.
engage immediately.
So I think
He gets both monsters.
both monsters.
He can, let's see. He
Can
would
he evade
move-
one? That's an
Still
action.
too many actions, yeah.
Can I, if they're both engaged with him, can I attack one of them?
Yeah, I didn't explain that well on the attack action, but since it's still in your space, for
Okay,
instance,
so
if
both of us
Rusty
can
only
deal with
defeated
it.
one,
Yeah.
you can engage
we're
a
lucky.
monster in your
Yeah,
space.
yeah.
Well, he can only attack one at a time, so he can't.
But I'm saying
kill
if he
them
can
all.
even defeat, they
I'm
could
sure
still be two,
They
right?
could.
Yeah.
Nah, I trust him.
Okay, Rusty. 7 dice, man.
There's a reason. I mean, you guys both have machine guns, basically. So there's a reason the monsters are not.
Is it
doing a
more
lot of
important that he
damage.
does this or deals with monsters?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, the problem is we've got 5 there, and
yeah, no, we need to
that's-
deal with it.
We need to deal with that.
Yeah, we need to deal with
Yeah.
all that.
1, 2. So
You get the old shoe buckler.
they both engage me, correct?
They do, unless they have text on the back that says they don't.
Let's see. I see nothing there. Swift by a key. And
Oh, there is something about the Byaku when you defeat it, like you do get to read the back. You get to disengage another monster, or you get some sort of reward.
reward for the Swift Byaku. It's after you defeat this monster as part of an attack action, you may disengage all monsters and move up to 3 spaces.
Okay, see, so it would be disengaged anyway if he defeats that one.
Okay.
All right.
Will you attack as your third action?
I think I should.
I think you should do. Otherwise, they'll hit you on when their turn comes around.
I have a strength of 7
Yep.
on an attack. So let's...
And no penalty from them, but you do need to do 3 damage to kill that thing.
So you got to roll.
3 of them.
Well, you got to roll one more after that.
Yes.
1, 2.
Yep, 2. The old shoe buckler.
One more die to go, right?
Yep.
Come on. Come on.
Yay!
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Crazy.
So, do you want... Why don't you move to one of these question marks that's far away? Why don't you go up to the advertiser with your 3 bonus movement?
Advertiser's closer than this is, though. And we all should be going this way.
But he's getting 3 bonus movement right now. He might as well utilize
use
it.
it.
Oh,
There's also 2 clues up here.
Just 3 movement?
3
Yeah.
movement.
Do I see?
And the Lincoln will take care of the cultist.
Yeah, hopefully.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's an action for
It is an
next round.
action for next round.
Yep,
but at
okay.
least he...
Okay. Okay, I'll go there now then, because that's the goal is to make it clear for
flip
you.
it, Yeah. Let's keep track of who's going in what order this turn.
Yep. He's easy. It's like, hello friend,
Now,
what are you doing
just
out
to,
here again?
Just to
Same
be
one.
clear, I know we have a plan, but he doesn't actually engage you automatically this turn. Since he engaged Rusty, then Rusty escaped, he was actually exhausted.
Right.
So we could ignore him for a turn if we wanted to.
But let's get rid of him.
I agree.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So we all
unless there's some other,
understand that-
unless you want me to do this, is that what you're saying?
Actually, yes, do that. Because I'm going to come here and take care of this. Leave the guy till next turn.
Okay. Do we flip him back over?
No, because he's on the monster phase.
Okay.
He'll flip over.
Okay.
We'll actually have something to do on the monster
Okay.
phase for once.
So
So
I
then
go
I will
up
do
and try to
this.
fight it.
You
It's
could.
white.
He's actually
So
very
white is
easy.
nothing.
White is nothing. But at least we
Cool.
cleared one.
Yep.
Okay. I will follow you there and try a ward to clear those 3 things.
My 3 sons.
And I have 4 plus a 1 die reroll, and I succeed on 4, 5, or 6.
Come on, 3.
Even 2 is pretty good, but 3 would be great. How about
about none?
0?
1 die reroll.
Yeah, and I don't have any focus tokens to burn either. I would burn that too. I don't want to lose my blessing.
No, you don't.
At least I got 1 and didn't lose the blessing, but that wasn't as great as I wanted to. All right, that was my 2 actions. Nikki,
Yes, sir.
what are you going to do? You can...
I
Should
can
she
just
just
stay
target
there.
on that? Should
She
she
has-
come to do that
She
one?
has 1 more.
Oh, okay, 1 die. Yeah,
So-
she spent the token.
Yeah. She could get the token back and try that one or that one. You could do that. You could stay at the TikTok Club to heal again, and you could get your lore thing
Well,
back and
just
try and
take
clear that. Or you could also try again with the clue.
Or I try to attack this dude.
There's
No.
also another option. She can move 2 spaces and
And
reveal that.
and reveal that. I like that action as well.
And that
That's
Plus, there's
probably
also
better.
a clue here.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Go over
But
there.
we're okay with this
Yeah.
Okay,
situation.
We're
we
there.
have 2 people there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
1, 2.
2. And just second action is this.
Yeah,
It's
White.
also
it's a nothing.
okay. Hey, a monster phase where the one thing actually happens, and it's that this guy goes from exhausted to ready.
Okay.
Whee! All right.
Now we have this. This is what we're going to be dealing with.
Yeah, you and me are going to have fun otherworldly encounters this time. But Rusty and Nikki both have a chance at picking up a clue. So let's do theirs first then.
Get
just
a
for
clue.
fun. All right, Nikki, you're in the black cave.
I am.
It is not the clue card.
Okay.
You trace your fingers along the pictographs on the cave wall. Test lore.
Yeah.
Here's your 1 die.
Thank you. Here we go. I know nothing.
You have 1 reroll, right? You might as well use the rabbit's foot if you haven't
I will
used it.
use the rabbit foot. You don't think that lore responds to money?
Yay,
Hey, good roll that you didn't mean to roll and it flew out of your hand. Good reroll. If you pass, fragments of a secret history blossom like a garden in your brain. You gain 1 spell.
Ooh, a spell for my non-existent lore.
Yeah, you're got more spells than all the magicians. All right, and
Mists of
Rusty's at the
Rael.
advertiser.
Yep, the Arkham advertiser. You see tomorrow's paper roll off the presses. It's the same as yesterday's and today's. You may spend 1 remnant to shake everyone out of their repetition. If you do, the editor reworks the new edition to include your hot tip. You gain $3 and 1 clue from your neighborhood. Boom.
Ooh,
Oh,
heck
and
yeah.
Yeah.
And the clue.
and the clue? Yes.
So you get that, and you
And
get
$3.
Nice.
Yeah.
3,
Thank
and
you.
there's the card.
All right, and now we have Here,
Weird
let
encounter.
me do mine. Yeah, what are they called? Anomaly encounters.
Yep. Temporal fissure. It shows 3 levels here. 0 to 1. It's these. So
Yeah,
it depends on how many there are.
more
in this-
severe based
Is it
on
the
the number of
neighborhood? I
doom
guess
in-
it's only up to
it's the
3.
doom
so,
in the
yeah.
space that
So
you're
it's
in.
2. You chase a robed figure through yet another dark alley that looks just like the others. Test will -1.
-1. That means only 2. And I didn't lose my blessing, did I?
No.
All right, so 4, 5, or 6. But I haven't used my lucky cigarette case.
Nope. I don't think
No,
you used it at all.
I used it around.
You didn't use it this last round.
No, you didn't.
I used it to clear this.
You did?
Okay.
Yes, I rolled. It was my 5th die.
Oh, okay.
But what's a round? A round is an entire turn, so I can't use it now. I can
Okay.
only roll these 2 dice.
Yay.
I got it.
Yes.
Okay.
If you pass, you stop and wait for the loop to repeat to capture the target. You remove 2 doom from your space and gain 1 remnant.
Wow.
That is fantastic.
So now that I've done that, I'm going to read you the zero section of the card instead of the 1 or the 2-3. Temporal fissure. The boys in the sandlot playing stickball seem to grow older by the moment. Test lore.
Okay.
I know we all keep testing our worst skills. No rabbit's foot or nothing. If you fail, they age, die, and rot away before your eyes. You suffer 2 horror.
I'm in pretty bad shape there already.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you weren't so sane to begin with. All right, but we
Well,
survived
remember what
and
I've
we
seen.
cleared.
I saw my partner get torn beneath the waves.
I know.
Uh-huh.
That was a good origin story. All right, we all did our encounters. All right, mythos phase. All of a sudden, I'm not so happy about how things are going. All of a sudden, the board is scarier than it used to be.
I would like to say that this
Yeah, she got the most
spell I
useless
got
spell.
is going to be better for others, so I would like to pass it at some
Yes.
point.
It lets her test lore, her worst skill, in place of observation when what, evading?
When evading.
Yeah. All right, I got a doom token at La Bella Luna, please.
Okay.
And a headline card.
Extreme.
Extreme. Purse snatchers pursued. New wave of crime in streets. Cops have no leads. Street toughs linked to Irish mob by AP Jessup, staff writer. You suffer 2 damage unless you discard 1 item. Ouch. And I still only have my lucky cigarette case and my magic necklace. You know what?
2 damage.
I don't know, I guess. But I don't have anything that soaks up damage. I don't want to get killed and have to restart.
You're close to the TikTok club. You could, and you got money.
I could, and I could heal up there. All right. You guys I can't die. All right. The headlines about thieves keep attacking me for my magic necklace that I brought back from another
Well, then that
world.
means I got to go first next round. Deal with it so you don't have to engage with it.
Yes, you
Oh,
should.
well, although he might be the ghosty. Well, we looked, but he's -1, so he's harder to evade.
Oh, he's tougher.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Oh.
Extreme.
Clue.
Clue.
Get a clue.
East town.
In a West End town.
And
Reckoning. Now that is going to place a doom on the cultist.
Okay.
On that very space. Oh! Actually, it goes here because there's an anomaly. That's the reason that I should maybe not... That we should have cleaned him up instead of leaving him there, but it's all right.
okay, another reckoning.
Doom.
Doom. Reckoning is next.
Doom.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's
Doom
top or back?
back because it shows us where the space is. Graveyard.
Oof. Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the burst, which is everything in the purple Rivertown neighborhood. Oh, that's really bad.
Here?
Yes.
It looks like everywhere I go, I'm spreading the
So
burst of stuff.
I guess it goes 1, 2, anomaly opens, and the third one goes here on the card.
Oh, okay.
Yeef.
And we have 2 more tokens that Rusty has to draw.
Yeah. Oh, I think we're okay.
What? Oh, there are 2 blanks.
There's
yeah.
2 blanks.
Out of, what, 6 left or 4 left in the bag?
Well,
Well,
Three.
one.
is-
Yeah.
Newspaper.
Okay.
Thank you.
So there's still one more.
There's 1 blank out of 2 left
And
in the
what's
bag.
the other thing? It's a monster.
Yeah, it's a monster.
I object to this headline. Police, do your job. Opinion. Arkham more dangerous now than ever. Top cops should reform force or step aside.
Step aside.
By Doyle Jeffries, editor-in-chief, Arkham, Massachusetts. Headline: for each clue in your neighborhood, you suffer 1 damage or 1 horror. And I am in north side.
North side, so 1 damage or 1 horror.
Horror. I will take the damage.
Yeah. Look at the evidence, Rusty. Does it look like the cops are doing their job in this town? There's monsters and cultists everywhere.
Oh my.
Okay, new turn. So Lincoln, as we discussed, may want to go before me at least to take care of that cultist. Somebody needs to get here, and somebody needs to get here.
Nikki can only roll 1 die for these.
Okay.
1, 2. You can make it.
I can make it 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I got lots of money.
Now, I can take my first action to deal with
You wanna
this,
deal with
move,
that.
and then the third action to
3
deal with that. I have
actions.
3 actions.
That's perfect, Rusty. Do it now. Do that now because we might see a card if that's the blue thing.
Okay.
You go first.
red.
The red marker, if the gate is destroyed, add card 7 to the codex face down.
If not,
Otherwise, add that card to the codex face up. A strange barrier. A swirling storm flickers in the sky, twisting first one way and then the other as time reverses course over and over again. This must be the epicenter of the temporal disturbances. As you approach, the air grows thicker and thicker until it is as hard and unyielding as glass. An unseen force forbids you from the epicenter of the disturbance, and none of your usual counter magics or tricks from your police manual and your machine gun erode it 1 iota. You'll have to find some other way past. The space with the red marker is the epicenter. For the time being, a magical barrier prevents you from entering the area. Each investigator at the epicenter must move 1 space away. You basically got a free move that you were going to do anyway.
Okay.
Investigators cannot move to the epicenter until the barrier is destroyed. When the barrier is destroyed, flip this card.
so the barrier isn't here yet?
No, we have to find the
Find the
blue
blue
thing, and that'll tell
Okay.
us how to do it.
Woof, that's all over here.
Yep.
All right.
So you still have 2 actions
actions.
left.
Try to do that.
Here's the odd
Or
thing.
the clue.
I mean, I could try going here and flipping this one.
Actually, I don't disagree with that.
Does he have any money? Yeah, you do.
I have money.
He can leave this area?
It's just this 1 space. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was forced out of that space.
Yes.
Lincoln, you're going to do that. Nikki, you have money, right? Maybe you can go to this one.
I was
say
thinking
yeah,
about
let's
that.
get
Okay.
them all.
1, 2, 3, the $1 for the extra movement. And my third action.
Great.
Blue. That's it.
Okay. Hey, did this go away once
No,
it
it
was
just has
revealed?
to stay
okay.
there because we can't enter that space yet.
Ah.
Card 6. Ritual site. The ground is marked with twisted and overlapping circles of wax and chalk. I guess we can get rid of this
Yep,
one
'cause it's
since
white.
we know it has no effect. Although technically you could go there and take an action to flip it if you want to.
Right, but it said once you've done the others, you know that the third one...
I know, but
Okay.
technically you could
Okay.
do that.
Why would you want to do that?
Because you're dumb.
Okay.
I just called you dumb, Nikki. That
Twisted
wasn't
and
nice.
overlapping circles of wax and chalk. Skulls, wet red corpses, and fetishes adorn stone slabs, the walls, and the ground all around. Well, it's obvious. We should have come to this place right away. Clearly, this was the site of some mystical ritual, and judging from the prodigious quantities of blood involved, its aim was not benevolent. Two robed figures draw curved knives and advance towards you. You reclassify the location from past to active ritual site. The space with the blue marker is the ritual site. Reveal cards from the bottom of the monster deck until you reveal 2 cultist monsters. Spawn them at the ritual site and put the rest on top of the deck in a random order. Oh, we've got the High Priest cultist.
Oh, nice.
Horrible monsters that we haven't drawn yet in the game. And finally, an occult ritualist.
Oh, he's the evasive one.
I think he is. Action. You may remove 5 clues from the scenario to stop the ritual. So we still need to get more up here. If you do, remove the blue marker and flip this card. Perform this action only at the ritual site. So that would probably be what will break the barrier, which will allow us to go on to the next part. So we do have 2 clues in our hands. You're out of actions, but we do have the possibility of doing that pretty soon.
Do these actually engage me now?
Since they spawned at your space, they should, yes. Although this one might say that it doesn't do that. He's elusive. He does not engage investigators in his space, so that one. And that was a weird but beneficial way for us to actually get the worst monsters I've seen in the deck harmlessly out of the deck and on top. We just got like a lucky draw.
Huh.
Because it says you take them out and then reshuffle them and put them on top. Okay, that was a great turn though, Rusty.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, you're gonna deal with that. I guess I'll go over here. What are you gonna do?
I don't know,
Any idea?
because
I mean,
there
I
was
guess
no
you,
reason for that anymore.
you could just go here and try for the clue, I suppose. It's not a bad.
I mean, I was going to go to the
Well, I'm
diner
gonna attack.
anyways
or here and
I'm
or
gonna
here.
engage
to
this.
heal a little.
We know what this
Oh,
is.
I need to do that too.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I need to go to attack.
Okay, I got 3 hits, so he's
Sweet.
2 more rolls. He's pretty dead.
Yeah.
He's pretty
All
dead.
right.
Okay.
And that's one action, right? Top.
Yep.
Thank you.
It's just movement. Where do I need to go? This way? 1, 2.
Maybe. How do we deal with this?
Got to get rid of these.
Yeah, go to the
Do I
diner.
want to be here? I mean, we want to try to deal with this stuff.
Yeah, because then also you'll have a chance at this clue, which you can give to Rusty if you
Okay.
needed to. I think I should go here, and Nikki should try to get the clue. Yeah,
All right.
I'll spend my $1 to go a 3rd space, and I have 4 lore, so I could possibly get all.
He's
3 of those.
forlorn.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 2,
Oh.
and I have 1 reroll with Lucky Cigarette Case. Okay, only 2, but that gets me 2 and a remnant. I have 3 remnants. I need to spend them on something. But that's some, yeah, doesn't
Later.
help much. Okay,
Yep.
go to the diner.
Should she roll
Yeah.
here first?
She only gets 1 die to roll,
It doesn't matter because what else is she gonna do?
I was going to
that's
go
a
to
good point.
Velma's diner.
but you have 2 actions.
You should at least roll the 1 die.
You should roll 1 die to try and ward that
Okay.
doom away.
Yay.
Yay! And now I think you want to spend $1, right, to go 1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, there is a monster on the board, so.
2 monsters.
Oh yeah. No, didn't
He's
you fight that one?
engaged. It's engaged.
Oh, you haven't. Oh, sorry. Have you? Oh, but you took all your actions before
Yes.
it appeared.
Right,
That's
yeah.
what happened.
Yeah.
Okay. So we actually get to do 2 different things in the monster phase this turn. Ready monsters activate. So this is a elusive monster. Instead of moving, it places a doom on an adjacent space. It says any adjacent space.
Should
Do
we
you
just
think that
do it?
means multiple spaces, or does that mean just
do it there.
one?
Or do we not want 2 in a spot for any?
I think we do want 2 in a spot. It's
Yeah.
better to
Because
clear
we-
2 at once.
We can take one
Potentially.
action to take care of both of them instead of having 2 different
Right,
actions.
potentially.
I agree. We should double it up, right?
Okay,
To,
yeah,
to
yeah.
get rid of 2 at once instead of spreading them out. So that's instead of his movement. That's his activation. And the one that's engaged with Rusty, you just take the damage that's listed at the bottom of the card. It's a heart or brain or both.
Yeah, it's a heart.
Just take it. That's how a monster attack works.
Yep.
And it is still engaged with you. So next turn, if it's still there, you can only focus, attack, or evade.
Okay.
Hey, a monster phase. All right, encounters. You unfortunately do not get an encounter, though. That's the other bummer about being engaged with the High Priest. You're going to be at Velma's Diner and
Yes,
maybe get a clue out of it. Let's see if
Maybe.
that happens. It's not a clue card.
Okay.
It's some fancy vitamin drink, says Velma dubiously. My supplier told me to try some, but I don't know. What do you think? You may spend $1 to order some with your
All
meal.
these Southerners here in Arkham.
Hey, you know, they gotta come from somewhere. If you do, you feel it. Do you want to order?
I'm going to order.
It heals 3 health.
That's
so
why
yeah,
I'm here.
You're here to heal.
I'm here to heal. So I have 2 baddies,
Yeah, they're gone.
and it's only that. I can't. It has nothing to do with
Has
my
nothing to do with
sanity.
sanity, no.
Okay.
Where am I? I'm at the graveyard.
Yeah, I need to
Yuck.
regain some sanity here.
Nope. This is...
Oh, thank you. There's 1 doom in my space, so
One
whichever one says 1 on it.
Temporal Fissure. 1. You come upon a Persian mosaic that depicts men with strange weapons fighting among broken buildings. Lore check.
The one thing I'm good at.
Yay.
2
Two.
successes.
If you pass, you identify obscurely with the struggle. You remove 1 doom from your space.
Sweet.
So,
Nice.
Great.
that's it.
So you'll be able to take the other one out before the end of this.
Yeah, but I need to heal too. I'm really beat up. But I guess you're right. We need to clear that.
You're better off. Well, is there any healing in that part of town?
No, it's like
No.
over
Yeah.
here. Oh yeah, here. La Bella Luna. And we're hoping for a clue. It is a clue card. La Bella Luna. The storefront is boarded up. You ask a passerby what happened.
What happened?
You've been out of town? It's been like that since the Sheldon gang shot the place up a few months ago. You gain 1 clue from your neighborhood.
Sweet. That's all you do.
You
just by
search the
asking?
premises. Observation check.
Okay. Get to roll my 2. Hey, I made it.
If you succeed, you find some cash. Gain $3.
Nice.
Sweet.
Nice.
I'm going to do this, though, because we seem to be lower on the ones.
All right, so you guys all have 1 clue. Hopefully we can get 2 to Rusty, or at least you can all try to put them up on the card next turn. That was it. We all had our encounters. Now we hope we don't die before next turn, right?
Mythos phase.
And there's just 2 in here before the
Yep.
I think so.
redraw.
Well, we know...
We know one's blank, and the other one's a monster.
Monster!
You should have pulled those out one at a time. What if
No.
they had a thing?
What if it's one of them had changed something?
We knew what one of them
Tindalos
was.
Alpha. There are 3 Hound of Tindalos monsters in the bag. This is the worst one. It spawns at most doom, so we could put it here or here.
Yeah, let's just do it on that.
Probably just so you can
Yep.
fight it, unless it's really horrible somehow. It would move to and engage the highest observation, so it would attack Rusty if it moves. Oh, wow.
Did we
Okay,
look at that already?
I think, yeah.
Because
we're
it's
allowed-
engaging me?
It is engaged to you immediately.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. It's -2 on dice, so you're only going to get 6 dice against it.
Right.
You have to hit it 6 times.
Wow, see, that's terrible. I'm
It's
already...
2 plus
If there's
1
any
per
kind of
each investigator.
insanity, I'm in trouble, right?
Yeah, it's going to take multiple. Maybe Rusty will have to come and you both have to hit this next turn. This is the worst monster we've seen. All right, now back in the bag.
Hard
We
to
don't have
evade
that
him.
dynamite, do we? No. We
Hard
don't.
to evade him, too.
Maybe somebody could buy the dynamite.
So what?
and
How
do
does it? How do you know that it's 6?
See, well, it's 2 plus, and then right underneath it says add 1 for each investigator.
Ah,
So it scales with the number of
yeah,
players.
yeah. Okay, that's cool.
But that is a lot. I didn't even know they would
Do,
go
do,
that high.
do we have to do it all in one go?
No, you keep the you
track
stack damage
one.
on his
Okay.
card.
Sweet.
Now, he would engage immediately.
He has
This guy,
more.
no, he's sneaky. That one that was
yes.
placed on his space. Did.
Got it.
Okay.
Because it's hard to get away from.
Blank.
Yay, blank.
Yeah.
And a newspaper.
Okay.
Newspaper.
Extreme.
Wild animal attack spikes. cats, dogs, livestock attacked.
Living together, mass hysteria.
That's where I was going in my head. 2 missing persons blamed on animals. Wolves, bears, wildcats,
Oh my.
likely culprits, police say. This was by Rex Murphy, staff writer, Arkham, Mass. The headline, choose one non-epic monster in any space. You suffer damage equal to the monster's remaining health. Then you defeat it.
Wow.
So I have to get beat up, but I just healed.
Wow.
But I
Well-
can choose a monster. It's only that, right?
No, that one has 6 health.
Oh, I can take that one even though it's engaged?
It's in this space, though.
Okay.
This one has 1 health. So do you want to take 1 damage or 2 damage or 6?
I have 7.
I know, but going down to
That's
1 seems kind
scary.
of crazy. Although, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Are
That is
you-
a rough monster. She can destroy that monster by taking 6 damage.
Right
Wow.
now.
Wow.
That's
And
what we
just-
should do.
Boom.
It stinks, but
It
it's
does
what
stink.
we should do.
I mean, it is. And
Where's
she's
she
already
at?
on the space
Yes.
to heal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's nothing.
I don't have to move to
Nope.
where
No.
it's at.
It's just you somehow encourage the wild animals to attack it.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's just
Wow.
because of my
Does it
vitamin
have
drink
the-
that I just
I think
took.
you actually also get the remnant because it says
Oh,
you
see,
defeat
now
the
that's
monster.
No, I
stealing
don't-
a remnant
No,
No,
from
I
you.
don't care. 'cause
We're all
we
on the
need
same
to deal
team.
with other stuff.
Take the
Okay.
remnant. That's much better than them both spending their entire
right,
Yeah,
time
it's going to be a
So-
lot of work to
and
get
maybe still getting beat
What
up
am I
by
getting, 6?
this. No, 6 damage on the remnant. Yeah, that was a perfect headline.
Bam.
Top.
I know. It took me a minute. All right. Okay. Where's your 2
I'm
tokens?
done,
Draw
yeah.
2 tokens.
that. Me.
Good newspaper reading.
Hey.
Reckoning. We do have 2 cultists.
Hey.
So, and they're both in this space, which means 2 doom here. Hey. Wow, the doom spreads all.
And another
headline.
newspaper. Masked Man mystery. Strange visitor spotted on Arkham Street. Pedestrians note sinister air. Police advise do not approach by Minnie Klein, staff writer at Arkham, Mass. Headline: choose another investigator in any space. Spawn 1 monster in that investigator's space. It engages that investigator or another investigator in that space.
Can't be me.
No, I think it has to be Rusty. Because I'm also at 2 damage left.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
So I'll have 2.
You have a keening hound.
He looks nasty.
He's not great. At least they're
Got
both
a
close together. And they can
Sparkly
go fight
mouth
each
or
other.
something going on
Well, I'm
there.
It's
going
not as
into his
bad as the
space.
one you killed, but it's,
I'm going to go
it's
into
the
his
same
space right
family.
away and try to attack it. I mean,
oh, no,
here's the other
absolutely.
benefit of killing that one. She took a bunch of damage, but
Yeah, you can only
it was even harder for us to deal damage for that one because of the -2
Yeah.
dice.
Yeah.
So
That one's -1. Yeah.
What's wrong, Rusty?
I was just realizing
He was
I can
really-
only
you can
attack
only attack
once.
one.
Can only take each action once.
But you can attack one and Lincoln can attack
I'll
one.
come first. And
Yeah. All right. But we still have to deal
Aim
with
for
the
this
mythos.
laptop.
Yeah.
Monster.
Monster.
It's just a robed figure, and it spawns at the unstable place, which is Independence Square. Hey! So it engages with Rusty.
Oh my gosh, Rusty.
I think I'm going to die.
Oof.
He can't die.
No. This is not good.
He's got a lot of health. He won't die.
And
Doom?
Doom.
Doom at... green goes directly on the card. Oh no! We've got to 3.
Oof.
We now flip deja vu, and something bad happens. Strange things are happening all over Arkham. People from the distant past walk down the streets, wondering at the unusual buildings. Events happen out of order. The dates on the editions of Arkham Advertiser seem to be chosen at random. Robed figures dart in and out of the shadows, and to your dismay, you think that you are being followed. Reveal cards from the bottom of the monster deck until you reveal a cultist monster. Spawn it in the street space nearest the leader. Wow, being the leader was a bad idea. And put the rest on top of the deck. Oh, here's a robed figure. Where am I? I'm right here. There's the street. And put the rest on top of the deck in random order. add card 5 to the codex, and return this card to the archive.
Do we have to put that card back in? It's just already gone.
It's just,
everything?
we've read everything on
Yeah.
it. In fact, really, these are gone too. I just read them for flavor. These are all the ones that are active right now. Card 5, Time Unstuck. Through all the odd occurrences, a sense of rising dread fills the air. The people, the ones from the proper time, scurry from door to door, unwilling to be out under the gunmetal sky. Window shades are drawn and businesses close early. As fluid as time is, you seem to be running out of it. When there are 3 or more clues on the scenario sheet, add card 4 to the codex. We already did that. When there is 7 or more doom on the scenario sheet, add cards 8 and 9 to the codex.
Yipes.
So that just gave us another bad way to lose or get towards losing, but we already got to the 3 good parts where we're getting down the barrier. So I still think we're doing better than we are bad.
Okay.
We only need 2 more clues. You guys are obviously fighting. I guess I'll clear this neighborhood, or should I come up here and try and do 2 from there? I guess no, I gotta clear
need
this.
to-
Because we have these,
'Cause
right?
What
Yeah,
about your
this-
health?
I think this is more important.
He can go over here, deal with this, and maybe take care of this
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah, you're
I'll
right.
get to the TikTok club if I survive a turn.
Okay, well, I'm going to engage. I'm going to just do it now. Or unless Rusty wants to go first. It doesn't matter to me.
Let me go first. I'm simple.
Okay.
Because it's just 1, 2.
That's not nice of yourself to call yourself simple.
I'm just saying, your guys' turn is like much more involved.
Simple is as simple
I got
does.
rid of this one, and that clears the anomaly, which is what we want.
Yay.
Yep.
You
Done.
want me to do my turn since mine's
Since
simple
you're,
too?
are you? What are you just gonna? You're
I'm
just
gonna
focus?
Move towards...
get money.
What do we determine on that? Towards
It
the-
will move
Towards you?
This one is actually the highest influence, so it's not going to be me. It's going to be her.
Oh, 4.
It'll move towards you. This cultist is coming for you.
Sweet. So my initial plan when I took all these hits was to just stay at Velma's, take money, and heal. But now this guy's here, and he'll move towards me, right? And I'm already down to one health. So
Yeah.
he'll hit me, right?
Yeah, he will hit you.
How
So
does
she
that work?
still needs to take
Wait,
money, though, to
no.
get away, right?
Wait, she could take the health damage on that other card. She has search for Izzy with 2 health and 2 sanity. So you could stay there if you want, but it is guaranteed that he's going to move towards you, engage you, and deal a damage.
1 damage before I get to do anything.
That is correct. So you can either stay there and try to buy another heal at Velma's Diner, or you can move away from it.
Well, this is important to get onto
It
that
is
card.
also important
so
to do that.
I should probably run and then try to get that onto the clue onto the guy.
And spend her $1?
Spend her. Well, I mean,
I'm not saying that that's a bad idea, but 1, 2, 3 will get her over here.
yeah. And then what does she do next turn if it's still chasing her? Just keep running.
Keep running
Is that clue here, or is it here?
It's in the middle. Yeah.
and throwing money around
Distracting him with piles of money.
with money. Except he
don't
doesn't seem to care about money. Why not? I've
Okay.
always been
So you wanna
taught
move
throw
3?
money at the problem and it'll solve it.
Okay.
So I spent my $1 to move 3.
Yep.
And
You're going
You
to...
try
I'm-
research.
Yeah, to put that...
yeah,
Yep, that makes sense.
Observation.
observation is 2
Observation.
die. Come on,
Good luck.
observe.
Yes.
Yay!
Okay. One more up there, and then we have to take an action to remove 5 and break the barrier. Lincoln. Or Rusty. Sorry, there's no order to it.
I think mine here is Old Boiler. I have to actually... It has to be engaged with me to deal damage on it? Is that what
But it
that's saying?
engages as soon as you move into the space. But you're right, you can't hit the ones that are currently engaged with Rusty,
Because
unfortunately.
then I could deal 2 damage right off the bat.
That's too bad that it's the way
This
they all...
one's not
you
engaged
could-
with Rusty, but he's only 1, right?
But it also doesn't engage with you when
that's
it moves
right.
into space. You could only run over this guy. It's kind of a bummer. Yeah.
I'm just wondering. It'd be nice to deal 2 damage
No, it's the
right off
perfect
bat.
time to do it. It just doesn't work right now because they're all already engaged with him.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Why don't Rusty go first then?
Okay.
So deal with what you can deal, and then I will attack one of the other ones.
Evading would only allow me to evade one of these?
No, it evades as many as you roll successes for. But you have to take the harshest modifier, which is -2.
And that would give me a 1, and it would only
So,
be... Yeah, that's... But I have to declare which one I'm attacking if I'm going to attack.
Yep.
Before I do.
Yep.
This is a -1 strength.
I really feel you should
Yeah.
put the most damage you can on the worst one.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do
I kind
too.
of agree too.
So, let's see. It's going to be the Keening Hound.
Is there any minus on the dice? -1?
Yeah, -1.
But also, once per round after you damage, disengage or are damaged by a non-epic human. Oh, that's
He's not a human.
not a human. None of them are. These two
The
are
high
humans,
priest. He could arrest the high priest. Yeah. Oh, in fact, that works
but you
because
may defeat that monster.
you don't even have to. As soon as the high priest deals that 1 damage to you, he's in handcuffs. You're done with him.
Neat.
So you guys can only worry about the other 2 for now, right?
I can't beat him. Oh, because I'm doing +4. That's right. So it's 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting so many things.
This is a game with a lot of things. There's always a lot of things to keep track of.
Good luck. And neither of those I can re-roll.
Wow.
2.
What about the silver key?
The silver key is only for
Lore
lore
or
and for observation.
All right. Well, put 2 damage on him.
Which is the
Hearts. And
the same as ours.
then
Okay.
Lincoln can probably take care of it, or at least give it a shot. You might as well try. Oh, you know what you should have done first was focus to give yourself an extra strength point.
Well, you can do that in
You can do that
retro.
and roll 1 more die.
Yeah, roll
All right.
one more die.
So
Come on, Rusty.
I'll
Since
take
you
one.
have 3 actions and then you only have 3 actions.
It
that are
doesn't
valid.
matter. It's going away, right?
No,
Okay.
Okay.
No, you
it
did
goes
do
away
that.
if he re-rolls.
Focus. Which one is strength you're
Strength.
adding?
yeah.
Now you could throw it away for a reroll. Oh, you can throw away any token for a reroll. I was not clear about that. You could throw away your lore token right now for 1 die reroll if you want.
It's not going to take it out though.
I know. I'm just saying.
If it was going to wipe it
The-
out, then
the-
I could attack another
the
monster.
token does not have to match the skill that you're testing for the reroll.
Right.
But since you have a 3rd action, you might as well try to evade the other thing for now. Try to evade because if you evade, it won't deal damage to you.
True.
Let the high priest. Is the other one human?
Yes, they're both human.
You want one of those to damage you because then they'll immediately be arrested.
Right.
Let it be this
But
one.
if you try
Yeah.
to evade one
No,
of the
that
other
one.
ones, you'll avoid
This
some
one.
damage.
So I will try to evade the robed figure,
Okay.
and that's
3
observation.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
no modifier on that.
and I've got
And the key helps with that.
the silver key helps with that. Let's get it in the center here.
Yeah.
you go.
There it is.
So put him on the space that way,
Perfect.
exhausted side up. Okay, so that was your 3 actions.
That
you
was
took,
definitely
you
my
took
3
the 3 legal actions you were allowed to take when engaged with a
And
monster.
and my turn.
It's me.
It's
That's
you.
it. It's it. Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move. Can I ram this guy? No, he won't
'cause he has
engage
to
me.
be-
He won't engage.
He won't engage you because he's
Yeah.
exhausted already.
Yep. I just want to ram.
I know.
And I got to remember my token of faith will help me remove some of the sanity. You know what I'm saying? When I apply 1 or more
Oh,
to
horror.
this,
When
the
it's horror,
token-
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, are you attacking the hound?
I'm attacking the one that's on him.
Take
yes.
it away. Take it. It engages with you because you're attacking.
Does he lose wounds when he gets
Nope.
runs
They
over to
stay
me?
forever.
Okay. So I get to roll 7, but I got 6 right here.
Oof.
And
Wow.
then
You
to
got
roll-
1.
Yeah. Gonna need to roll 1 more.
But he's a -1.
yeah,
He
I
had
have
8.
Oh,
He
you
has
have 8. Got
He has
it.
1
Sorry.
more than you raw.
Nope. Okay.
No.
So 1 more. Ugh.
One more hit.
Yeah.
That's it.
Do you want to burn your
Oh, and I
observation
can
token
to roll 1 more die.
for 1 more die?
Sure.
Since it would kill it, I think it is worth it this time.
Nope. Okay.
You rolled so many hits on those wimpy
Yeah.
little cultists.
I know. It's like throwing
Yeah.
all the
When,
damage.
when you
on-
didn't
Yep.
need them, he rolled like 4 or 5
I
hits
know,
every time. Now
I
he
know.
rolls 1 on this
Of
big
course.
monster.
That's the way
Okay.
it goes.
All right. So that was, you took your 3 and you took your 2 actions. That was everything, right?
Yep.
All right. Now we have a real monster phase. All right. First, ready monsters activate. So this one chases Nikki.
Yeah.
And I think we can say it'll go this way since it's our choice of which path it'll take to get to her. We don't
Right.
need it to stack on with these. This one, unfortunately, will add a doom. I guess we'll put it in this space because then you guys can possibly get rid of it. But no matter what happens, it's going to do this and anomalize that zone.
Anomaly.
Those are the only 2 ready monsters. Now, engaged monsters deal damage, so take whatever sanity and health is listed at the bottom of that hound.
So
Directly
2
onto you.
damage and a sanity, which I will put here. So I get to recover 1.
Nice.
And then I will put 2 wounds on me. Cool.
And you take whatever the high priest does.
1 damage. But
then...
Put it on the card.
Oh no, I will put it on Becky.
Becky.
But once per round after you damage, disengage, or are damaged by a non-epic cubing monster, you may defeat that monster.
He's done. He's arrested and gone to jail.
Top.
And then this one will flip over and become ready for next turn. That is the...
This engages with me, so I don't get an encounter this turn.
Yes, I think we could choose whether it engages with you or Rusty.
Okay.
Because you're both in the space.
That's fine.
But yeah, you won't have an encounter this turn. That is the monster phase. Wow, we have 5
So
active
nothing
monsters.
happens here?
He damaged you.
Okay.
He attacked you and he won part of the combat. That was it.
Okay.
Okay, encounter phase.
All right.
I'm in Rivertown. All 3 of you are having time loop encounters in the up there in in downtown.
Temporal fissure. Does it end for anything different?
No, because that's what they're called for
Okay.
this whole scenario.
This close to the fissure, people are walking backwards and leaves are falling up toward the trees. Do a lore check -1.
Lore check -1.
Don't you have a lore thing either? You get to roll 1 more anyway.
6.
But yeah, you're fine.
Oh, good enough. You did have extra dice.
Oh, I did.
Okay. If you pass, you force time to run forward again. You remove 2 doom from your space and gain 1 remnant. That is fantastic. So there you go, sir. That
Thank
helps
you.
us a lot.
And that means now, and Nikki is in a space with 0 doom. Nikki,
Yeah.
you see yourself in the past, about to make a terrible mistake.
Okay.
Make a will check.
Oh boy.
I will
Well,
check
it's
that.
3 dice.
Yay!
If you pass, even with that crazy die, you grit your teeth and let it happen so as not to create a paradox. You remove 1 doom from any space in your neighborhood.
Oh. All right. What do you want it to go? That
no,
one?
I'd say, clean up
or
the one
in
that has just 1.
where everybody is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, that wasn't too terrible.
Instead of spreading it out. Okay, and I'm in the boring old general store. Maybe I
General
can get a
store.
clue.
All right. General store. Bunting and streamers decorate the front of the shop. A banner reads, Grand Opening. Mr. Harl is young and spry, not the old man you knew who plays checkers by the potbelly stove. You gain 1 clue from your neighborhood. You may buy
Sweet.
any number of common items from the display.
Any number. The really sad thing is $1 more would get me the dynamite.
Dynamite.
And everything is so expensive, I can only buy 1 thing no matter what. Liquid courage just absorbs sanity loss. I guess I'll take the 45 since I'm so low on health that if I have a combat, it could be life or death situation. So, done. And getting the clue is great.
All right. And a shotgun now comes out.
And the card goes here. And that's the encounter phase. Oh, yeah.
Mythos.
I know, it comes up so quickly. All right, and we have...
We've done all the newspapers, but we have clues and 2 blanks.
Yeah. Doom.
Not here.
Train station. Oh, 3 causes anomaly. Oof. Yeah, this is literally like pandemic style. It's just going to start cascading into like, oh, and that causes this, and that causes this. Clue. Rivertown.
Where you're at.
Oh.
You drew
Yeah,
your turn.
that was your...
That was just, had you do it that one time because I was still drawing.
Okay.
Have you forgotten what cards you had?
You almost have to distract me because sometimes I don't.
Yay.
You got a blank? Well, we know
One
we're getting
blank.
1 more of those. And a doom. Unvisited Isle. Woo, didn't go in the card yet. I think that's all the dooms. I think there's only 3 in the bag.
Still another
But there's
monster.
there's a
right?
gate
There's a
burst.
clue.
There's the gate burst is the terrible thing.
Right.
Merchant District. Oh, I guess it can go there since the card still goes
Does
there.
it
It just
go
goes
under?
underneath.
Yep.
Goes underneath.
Okay.
We just won't be able to get to it. Oops.
Doesn't bounce off. Hey, and a blank.
And now Rusty's going to
Get the
draw
rest
a
of
monster and a gate burst.
Oh, yes.
If my psychic powers are correctly working in this time loop.
Monster.
Oh, monster.
So from
From the bottom.
Hey, it's another one of
Cult
those.
ritualist.
Oh, it's the guy who puts doom out. Where does it say he spawns?
Street nearest the leader.
Here.
This one, yeah.
Okay. And
That was the
and
monster.
then that will
Burst.
be the blue gate burst, which is going to put doom in north side, which is 3 directly on the card.
And something happens, doesn't it?
No, we get up to 7 on the scenario sheet to add cards 8 and 9. we literally are on the edge of the knife right now with 4 clues and 6 doom. And that will you reshuffle that into the new event pile, please? That's what the gate burst does. All right, this feels like the critical turn, you guys.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think it's over.
I think
No,
it
I
might
think we're
be.
going to do it. We're going to close the barrier, and then it'll be like either you win or here's how you win. Okay. Hey,
I'm
did I
gonna
mention
have some
that
serious problems?
this is the critical turn coming up?
Yeah.
This is bad.
You got no. We're right on the edge of victory.
I'm gonna die.
I don't want to listen to all you naysayers.
Okay.
You used to say people gonna die.
Somebody has to get a clue up on this to see what happens next. That's,
Yeah, I mean,
that's our main
the thing is I think either Rusty or I, it's not really beneficial, except for the fact that he has one more action. If he doesn't have anything to do, he could go for it. But if not, you should go first. He has 3 actions, so if he has only so many things he can do, he can only attack 1 monster. He doesn't even have a monster on him.
Well, you're engaged with a monster, so if you don't defeat the monster, you only have limited actions.
But should we get that? I'm saying we should get that 5th thing on there before we even
Oh,
start.
I agree. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm saying you can't even try to do that until your monster is dealt with.
I'm not saying me. I'm saying it's either you or
That's
Rusty.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying you can't try.
I say all
first
I'm going to be
anyway.
doing is trying to
All
attack
right,
it.
Rusty. Do you have any other things that you need to be doing, or?
Well, I'm in the same space as him.
Yes.
So, could I not attempt to get this,
And
And
then
attack.
and then kill his monster if you.
Yeah.
activate the 5?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
Attack.
still
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's
Yeah.
either
So-
you or Rusty.
No.
You have more turns.
Rusty
so that's
having
something you
3
can do.
actions
Yes.
is pretty amazing. All right, do it.
So
that's
observation 3 to get.
wait. Should he focus first and get an observation token? I guess not. Just burn one of those tokens.
can only have
I
2.
only have 2 anyway.
You could replace one if you
Yeah.
Okay.
wanted to, but I'd say burn one if you have to. This is a critical skill check.
And I have
Oh, you got rerolls
Yeah.
on
I've got
observation.
rerolls on the
Great.
silver key.
Put that clue up there.
That's
Done.
up there. That's action
All
1.
right.
Action 2.
Stop.
Wait, this is
Action 1 is we revealed a new card.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, action 2 is he removes them from the card.
and that
That
triggers-
reveals the new
That's
card.
right.
Yes. Action 2, you may remove 5 clues from the scenario to stop the ritual. If you do, remove the blue marker and flip this card. Perform this action only at the ritual site. Barrier destroyed. You break the last of the ritual circles and feel the magic of the place flare brightly and burn away. There's nothing left of the cult ritual but rotting meat and broken paraphernalia.
It did
But as
smell
you
sweet.
watch, it doesn't smell nice here now. But as you watch, bot flies land on the meat and wriggle into their maggot selves, then climb back into their eggs.
Oh, come on.
Time is not amended and the danger is not past.
No.
Grabbing hold of one of the surviving cultists, you extract some meaning from her mad ravings. The ritual was not the source of the disaster. It was only meant to keep you away from the place where Azathoth was summoned. The barrier is destroyed. Do not remove this card from the codex. So I guess the next thing we need to do is when the barrier is destroyed, flip this card. So now this will tell us what happens at the red place. Distortion's epicenter. The reason for the temporal distortions is now clear. The enormous mass of the blind idiot god Azathoth is pulling the threads of space and time out of order, even in advance of his arrival. Because Azathoth will appear in the future, space and time are warping the present, and the demon sultan's arrival is nigh. You need to reverse the cult ritual that summoned Azathoth in order to ward the outer god away. You can only do it where it all began, at the epicenter. The space with the red marker is the epicenter. You may remove 3 clues from the scenario to erect a protective ward over Arkham. If you do, read the back of card 5. Perform this action only at the epicenter.
So we need to get 3 tokens on there.
Yep,
We only have 2 on
we
the
have
board.
2 in hand, but there's 1 here, and there's
Yeah.
2 under
Right.
there.
I'm at the same space, so why don't I attack? I can take on the Keening Hound.
You might as well.
I might as well, right?
Or the other thing, I mean, either. Yeah, the King Hound
So-
only has 1 more hit.
Right.
Well, they're both 1.
Yeah. And you roll 6 dice against that?
4 plus 4 is 8. Minus 1 is 7.
Oh, you boosted your strength.
Yeah. That was the previous round.
Yeah. No, you have one more die to make 7.
Are you kidding me?
It happens.
Roll that again.
It looked like it was going to be a 6 too, man.
Okay. Burn a token.
You're
to reroll?
tired.
Oh, absolutely burn a token. I'm
Reroll
burn
one.
that lore
burning
token.
lore.
Yeah.
And I can re-roll all of them?
One.
One.
It is
One.
one
One
die.
die.
Yeah.
Can you throw away another?
Yes.
Okay.
If you want to spend them all, you can spend them all.
Burning last one.
Come on, Rusty.
Come on.
Rusty. Oh my God! 0 for 9. There you go.
Awesome.
All right.
Here's how it feels to be me.
Okay. That was your third action.
That was my third action.
Flip
My
your ridiculous loser token.
Yeah.
And who's next?
I'll go.
All right.
So I guess I'll just fight this cultist. Is this one worse? Yeah, I mean this rogue. It is a cultist.
Yeah.
It's no minuses, and it's all 8.
Yeah, just.
Hey, well, there's
Wow.
one in there.
That's still a lot of
Let's see what
misses.
the other two would have been.
Oh, come on. Why are you
I know you're
using it
wasting
up?
all those good die rolls.
It's not. It's
Using
it's
it up.
meant to be rolled.
All right, now you have one more action that you can do anything with.
On
Let's
top.
attack this
On
one.
top.
Oh, I can't do it again.
On top.
Stupid
tra-
cards.
it's
Stupid
tra-
double-sided
It's
deck.
traditional. Yeah, I know, but
know.
you're just used to
Sounds
regular
like
game.
that's sidestep. Sidestep.
I was
Okay,
like, what are you talking about? What's he saying? Yeah, you can't attack twice, so you can try and throw your clue up on the card.
Can I engage this one? If I move in this space, does this engage me and
didn't-
stop chasing her?
Yes.
Let's do that.
All right.
Are you sure?
Yes, because you're,
Otherwise,
it's
yeah,
going to keep
it's
chasing
going to keep
you.
going after you.
I know, but
Take it. It's
Can he-
engaged.
Road figure.
it's a rough
He'll
one,
take
isn't
one.
it?
He's got so much damage, though. He's got 8 health. Well, he's got 4 left, but he's also a big fighter. All right. That was your actions. What are we
Yep.
doing?
I have no money for extra
and you
movement,
have no clues.
which is
You
sad.
don't need to worry now.
Lincoln, where are you? Oh, you're not near me.
She
Otherwise,
can go here and
Now
try
I
to
wanna
it's
go
one
back.
die.
I want to go back to Velma's or the Tic Tac Club, but I don't have money to pay for
Yeah, but
healing.
you do money and you move. You do money
yeah,
and you get
do
to
money
that
and
space.
then go.
You'll have
Okay.
$4.
So
Yeah.
money. So I get 5,
And then you're.
and then I move 1, 2.
might as well put just
1, 2,
No, 3.
and
you get
3.
here.
Oops.
Yeah. So I was saying.
Should have just taken
4,
4.
Yeah,
and
that's
not
what you're saying.
bothered with it.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, I'm going to be. I am also very
Unhealthy.
low, so I'm going to. This
Join
guy
you.
does not engage. He's the sneaky one. I'm going to
Yeah.
join her, and
Ooh, that's good. I can give you this.
yeah, but
You want it.
I know, but I
know
don't.
you do.
I want to try and put the clue up on the board. I don't want to spend an action to trade right now.
Okay.
Well,
Although,
you let me know.
yeah, because we need to get rid of this. We're not going to get clues this turn. What else do you have? You got that thing.
You want the Miss O'Reilly. It
I
changes.
do. All right. Give me the miss.
Lore.
And give me $1 just in case.
Here's
Come on,
here's
Agnes.
$1.
Yeah.
And
just in case
can I
that'll
give
help
you
me
this
heal.
too?
Yeah.
And that's good, because now
Yeah.
you can use your lore
To
check
evade. I can evade
for an
monsters,
observa-
yes. But
instead of an
if something in an
observation.
encounter kills me, I'm still going to die.
Well,
All right.
okay. I'm
Okay.
near death too.
You're both engaged with monsters, so only Nikki and I. Oh, wait, we have to do monster phase first. I'm getting the phases all confused. I'm too excited. We're gonna die or lose. We're gonna win or lose.
You're gonna die. At least 2
No.
sisters will die together.
No, we're gonna win. We're gonna beat the evil.
Jenny and Agnes are going to be the only survivors.
Okay. Ready monsters activate. That means these guys both add doom. Unfortunately, that one is going to add a doom, which is going to take us to the 3rd bad card. Put it here. Yeah, there's already a thing. Oh, it actually goes on the card no matter where it goes. This guy will add one, I guess, where me and Nikki are, so we can clear it up. Oh, it doesn't. Again, it doesn't matter. Or no, we can have him add it over here,
Okay.
so we can choose which space it goes in. But the 7th one adds cards 8 and 9 to the codex. I think we're literally on the final win and the final lose condition, is my guess. Add 1 Doom token
Okay.
and 1 Gate Burst token to the Mythos Cup.
No.
That is, I did not know you could add more bad things to the bag in the middle of the scenario.
Boo.
Reveal all face-down markers. That would be if we hadn't found the ritual spaces yet, I suppose. And remove all but the red one. If there are no markers, place one red marker face up in the starting space. Return cards 4, 6, and 7 to the archive if you don't already know what's going on. So it basically fast forwards you to the end of the game already. If you haven't already gotten there. Then flip this card. Azathoth Awakens. A gateway to the center of chaos. Here, shuffle those into the bag for me. A gateway to the center of chaos looms over Arkham. The Demon Sultan, a being of supreme power, threatens to consume not only Arkham but the entire world. Azathoth cannot be defeated by human hands, but perhaps there is another way. It's kind of telling us the same thing, and we already know. The space with the red marker is the epicenter. Action. You move to the future. Perform this only at the epicenter. Oh no, this is worse now. The future is not adjacent to any other space. You will not be able to move back with a normal action. When there are 5 clues on this card, flip card 9 and read the Lost in Time effect. When there is 13 or more doom on the scenario sheet, flip card 9 and read the Blind Chaos effect. The future. This card is a space. Oh, only skeletons remain of the buildings of Arkham. This blasted landscape is all that is left of your future. This card is a space called the future. If doom would be placed on this space, place that doom on the scenario sheet instead. Action. You prepare for a massive ritual enclosing the entire city in a circle inscribed with the crooked star of the Elder Sign. Lore check -2. If you pass, move 1 clue from the scenario sheet to card 8. Perform this action only if you are in the future.
What?
Instead of resolving an encounter on this space, you fear this future is what awaits the earth you call home and suffer 2 horror.
Ugh.
So winning just got a lot harder.
Right.
Because we no longer can win just by putting them on here. We have to now get 5 clues first onto this card, and then have someone in the future move them over to this card.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
By rolling dice to move them?
Lore check -2.
Yeah. That's you, too. You're
Yeah.
the only one that can do it.
Yeah.
And you're going to need to get the token. You're going to need to bump it up.
And it's an action that moves 1 at a time.
What?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah. We're dead. It's going to take us that. Even if 2 of us go to the future and survive, it'll take us 3 turns to do it all. And that's when we get 5 clues there. Wow.
I think I'm going to... One of us
Okay.
is going to increase their lore. I think it'll be me
Yeah,
or
we
whatever.
should.
And just go.
If we'd just gotten a
I
little
have to
more
hit them. I have to.
progress.
Actually, I could have
We
done it
need
the
to
last
get
time
these off of
when I kill a
here
monster,
so we
but I
can
forget.
get to
We're
the
trying,
clues.
and we got to clear the whole neighborhood of doom.
Man.
All right.
And there's one here, too, so...
Yeah.
Okay, where did that happen?
That
What were
we
you
were in the
doing?
monster phase. We were activating the ready monsters.
Thank you, Rusty.
You're welcome.
So
Wow.
we now
Top.
engaged monsters deal their damage to you guys. So take the damage listed at the bottom of those cards.
Okay.
What do you got?
2 damage and an insanity.
Wow. You took the worst one on you.
He had really good odds to kill it.
Yeah, he did.
It should not still be alive right now.
No, it really shouldn't.
Well, I'm
Don't
close
forget
to
you can put
death.
some on Becky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm close to death.
I think we all are. We're all really close to death.
We are. It's happening.
And then each exhausted monster, there are no exhausted monsters on the board. They're all either engaged or ready already on the board.
Right.
So, done with the monster phase. Now, encounter phase, you guys don't get one. Me and Nikki are in the TikTok club just hoping to heal a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And
you
we
should-
don't even get to heal because we have anomalies.
Yeah, so you don't even get that encounter.
Oh my
So-
gosh.
So you guys moved there to heal.
We moved there to
We
heal
moved
for
there
no
to
good
heal.
reason at all. We should have gone to the diner and
We
spent
should
more
have.
money.
I was
Oh my
gonna try
gosh.
to.
Yeah.
I-
All right, it doesn't matter. The game is. I really thought we were gonna win. Our first 3 turns were
Yeah.
so great.
Yeah.
All right, Nikki.
Yes.
In the Temporal Fissure, a one-armed beggar in a dirty silver military uniform rattles his tin at you and babbles about the moon.
Okay.
You may spend $2 to drop a few coins in his cup.
I probably should. He probably might come after me. So here's $2.
I agree that you probably should. If you do, I haven't even read the rest of the card yet. If you do, he warns you about the Nemesis moon that heralds the Demon Sultan. Remove 1 doom from any space in your neighborhood.
Okay.
Remove it from my space because I'm about to have
Where
an
we're
encounter.
at?
Yep,
Okay.
because it'll make my encounter slightly better.
Okay.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Temporal Fissure. You stand in a beautiful field of wildflowers under the blue vault of the sky, uncertain if you are in the distant past or the far future.
Sounds wonderful.
Do a will check.
Will.
Will. I
3.
will check. Passed
Yay.
with flying colors.
If you pass, you tarry a while, then return to save the Earth. You remove 1 doom from any space in your neighborhood. If you fail, you wake up as the dream evaporates.
Okay.
Why did I read that? You didn't fail, darn it.
I know, yeah, shouldn't you gave me extraneous information.
The
Okay.
dream evaporates.
Well, we did as well as we could. Yes.
You don't have encounters
Nope.
because you're engaged.
You are busy getting
You are engaged elsewhere.
Yeah. Okay, Mythos phase with 2 new bad things in the bag. Luckily, we can go up to 13 before we lose the game, but we may get really close right now.
Yay.
Reckoning. Nope. Doom from this cultist, doom from this cultist, doom from that cultist.
Cool. All.
So they just go.
It's supposed to go on them, but so that should go. Those 2 will go directly onto the card, and this one has to go somewhere. So I think we should put it there.
Okay. Man.
Okay, 4 more till the game's probably over. We may not make it to another turn. Oh boy, a headline.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Miskatonic Museum mystery. Item stolen from rare exhibit. Police stumped. Headline: Test will and resolve the effect based on your test result. Wow, I got 3 successes. I gain a curio item. I
Okay.
could have become cursed, or gained a curio item and become cursed.
Is dynamite a curio?
No, the mystic tome is, but what's the cloak?
Cloak was the non-epic monsters.
I
ignore
already
you.
have a thing that does. I have a spell that already evades monsters, so I'll take the mystic tome.
Yeah, you.
And the new one coming out is a leather coat, common curio. You get +1 on the observation checks as part of an evade action.
Wow.
That's nice.
Like any of that matters.
It doesn't. We're
It
all
really
gonna
doesn't.
die.
We're all dead.
We're all gonna die.
That's Doom. And it goes
Where does the doom go?
Labella Luna, which means directly on the card, number 10 Doom,
Why does that go there?
because there's already an anomaly
Okay,
on
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And hey, another doom.
Hey, another Doom. Guess what? It's the same zone, so it goes directly on the card, number
Wow.
11.
Almost over.
Okay, wait. Let me just mention, the top card is Merchant District.
Yeah.
So if you draw one of the 2 gate bursts, 3 Doom will go directly on the card.
Okay.
So don't look. I see you looking in the bag.
Looking to put it on.
There's... Oh, it's a Doom. And it goes in East Town. It can actually go on the board in Velma's Diner.
Okay. Wow. Hey, Blink.
Hey,
Oh my
wow.
goodness.
Oh, come on. Blank!
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it'll be all horrible after this turn, though.
Well, maybe we'll be better.
I mean,
Well, that's 2 gate bursts.
I know. Do we...
Newspaper.
Oh my gosh. We get 1 more pointless turn. We could have saved ourselves 10 minutes, but we have 1 more pointless turn.
That means the bag doesn't recycle either.
No, because there's
It
16
goes all the way
now.
through.
Yeah.
yeah.
Symposium.
Not that it would recycle ever. You always pull them out. But my point is,
But,
that
right. It's
Yeah.
8 and
there's
8,
not going to be less good things
Yeah.
by the time.
Symposium snafu. Noted scholars found dead. Tainted food suspected. No foul play at work, authorities say. Headline: If you have 1 or more clues, you become cursed.
What?
I have no clues.
I have a
1 or
clue. I
more
lose my
clues?
blessing.
I have a. Well,
Here,
you
take
get
the
a
curse,
Don't
too.
you get a curse? Oh, you don't.
No, it
Well-
says I lose the blessing instead of the curse.
Would this affect
Oh, I
everyone
don't
or
know.
just me?
Sorry, it only affects Rusty. It's not a global event.
Yes.
Thank you, Rusty.
And I have no clues. So
Good.
Sweet.
All right.
Yes. Okay.
That was fun.
All right. Beginning of the end. Final turn. What do you guys want to do for your final turn?
Should I clear this so we can
One
get
of us
this
should,
off
yes,
for the
for
heck of it?
sure.
Just for
There's no
fun?
way, right? There's no
No,
way we can win.
I don't think there is.
Okay.
No, because you can only take any type of action once per turn. And we have to get 5 clues onto this card and move 5 of them from this card to here by being in the future. We have a minimum of 3 more encounters where we gain clues. 5 more, no, that's not true. 3 more encounters where we gain clues. Let's say 2 successful shots at putting them all on this card. So that's next turn, which we won't get to. Then, say 3 of us go to the future and survive, and we have to spend like 5 more actions, which we move 1 at a time by making lore checks. No, we need like 4 or 5 more turns to have a chance at winning. It's ridiculous, the way to win. We had a chance when we had these other cards, and all we needed was like 3 or 5 more clues. But once we got to this, once he's actually started awakening, it's almost impossible.
Yeah,
All right.
floating around.
I
the
see why
future.
people have lost this scenario a lot, and why it's considered one of the hardest ones. Okay, let's see how we die. You guys have monsters, but yes, for the sake of argument, let's try to do the best we can.
Of course.
You have $1 and I have $1.
Yeah, I kind of want to get money, but
I'm gonna go
I
here
have
to do these two.
move and clear this.
Yeah,
So I won't get money.
I'll go do these 2. You do that one.
Okay.
Let's just do it.
So I moved.
I moved, and I roll my 4 lore.
You need $1 for that.
Thank you. That's why I did it, because I had $1. 2 successes will de-anomalize that neighborhood, which is done.
That's wonderful.
And my 4th remnant, of which I've been collecting for no good reason.
I took
Thank
it
you.
off.
All right, Nikki, you
Yeah.
moved. You get
I did 1.
a
'cause
one
it's a lore
one
check.
lore jive. You have a lucky rabbit's foot, so at least you can roll it twice.
That would
Nope.
be a 3. So now I'm using my lucky
You
rabbit.
constantly roll 3s.
I know, why not?
told you that
How about a
died.
2?
All right, and you failed at
Now
that.
I can
Use your other thing.
absorb some pain and suffering
Do it.
onto my Izzy's, and then
You're never
so
going to find
once
Izzy.
per
I'm
round,
sorry.
Well,
Your sister or whoever is not going to make it.
1 damage and 1 horror to my card
Yep, put it on the card.
on this, and I roll again.
Just for 1 die.
Why not?
And
Hey,
it was worth a
I
shot.
went from 3-2 to 1.
That's right.
Fantastic.
Can't get
Alright.
any worse. Okay.
You guys might as well fight your monsters just
Okay.
to.
I only need to give 1 damage. Hey,
There.
A bunch. Yeah, there's a bunch.
Okay.
Okay. He's deed. And then,
What's the word?
Top.
and then,
Go over here and try for a clue,
yeah.
or down here. I mean, that's the only other thing you really can do, right? Rusty, same thing. You only need
I'll
1
go
hit,
there.
right? Yeah.
Right. I have 3 actions. First one, just gonna go after him.
Yep.
So I only have 3 plus 4 minus 1 is 6.
Do better.
Can I do worse?
He's got no rerolls this time. Wow, you got 1.
1. And
You
that's
got
enough.
1 hit out of 15 dice with that monster.
That's enough. Pop.
Yay.
It doesn't
It was a
matter.
bunch of
You know
damage.
what, Rusty? I'm going to put this card wherever I want because there is no more monstering after this one. All right. You have 2 more actions. I guess you can go over here and try and clear this
Yeah.
thing if you want to. You don't have $1. You do have $1 to move 3 spaces.
He doesn't need to move 3.
Oh, it's only 2 away.
Yes.
You're right.
That's why I did what I did.
You know what, Rusty? It's the last turn of the game. You should move 3-4 spaces.
Throw that money away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't going to do you any good in
Yeah.
reverse time over hell.
I didn't blow my
He
$6.
might heal. You never know.
Couldn't get to the
You're right.
store.
He might be able to buy some pie at the diner.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
2 lore.
Okay, good. Hey, at least we're doing
You can
some
do
things.
it once in a while.
We're accomplishing things. Okay, monsters. Actually, this is going to end the game immediately because these guys add doom. Oh no, this one will add 3. No, they're okay still. They don't end it yet. There's only 2 monsters. They're both ready.
It's the bag that's going to kill us.
The bag
Yeah,
is.
it's the bag.
We're at least going to have one more. We're at least going to get another encounter phase. So these cultists spread doom. Actually, I'll spread that.
Spread your doom.
Doom.
There's no other monsters on the board.
Yeah.
Now we have encounter phases. Let's go with Velma's Diner, see if Rusty can have some pie.
Okay.
The patron in the next booth is drawing bizarre and disturbing icons in the margins of a newspaper. Either test observation to covertly analyze the doodles, or spend $1 to purchase the newspaper. Good thing you didn't move those extra 2 spaces I was telling you to move to waste your money.
I'm gonna.
Just spend the money. If you pass or spend the money, let's just keep it going. Okay?
Yeah, so how much?
Two.
$1. $1.
Oh, I thought it
The
was
arcane images fortify
Nice.
your spirit against dark forces. You become blessed.
Yes.
Could have used that when you were rolling those 15 dice. To get that
Could have with all of them that were 4s.
Okay. Nikki has an anomaly on her space, and she's in
sure
Temporal
do.
Fissure with 1 doom.
Okay.
Yay.
You find yourself reliving some of the darkest moments of the American Revolution.
Okay.
You suffer 2 horror.
Okay.
Abruptly, you find yourself alongside George Washington, and you knock him out of the path of a bullet just in time.
Wow.
You remove 2 doom from your space and gain 1 remnant.
So there's a doom.
That's it, but which will clear this.
And gain a remnant.
Okay.
Well, that's not bad.
I wish remnants were more useful. We
I know.
could use
like
them
we
for
can
clues.
use them for something now. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna turn my 3 crazy in for a big
Okay.
brain crazy.
Oh, I see.
Lincoln's in the Black Cave.
Sanity.
An elaborate mosaic made of shells, glass, and tiles depicts a profane image of a toad-like monstrosity. You may become delayed, we've never had this yet, where you lose a turn, to painstakingly remove the image piece by piece. Would you like to do that?
Sure, what's the point?
Exactly. If you do, all right, let's use our little token. You're delayed. You don't get a turn next turn.
All right.
Okay.
If you do, you feel as though the oppressive sense of foulness that once permeated the cave has been reduced. You become blessed.
All right.
Whee!
We needed all this
3 of us are
earlier.
blessed on the pointless last turn. And who's left? Me, I'm at La Bella Luna.
The Clover Club beneath La Bella Luna is the best place to gamble away your hard-earned cash.
I know, I'm a member.
That's
Pass
right.
line bet for our friend here, says the croupier. Roll 'em. Roll 2 dice. On a 7
Craps.
or 11, you double your bet. You gain $5. On a 2, 3, or 12, you lose the bet and tip out the croupier. You discard $3.
What if he has
Oh,
no
I bet he'll
money?
tell me. I'll
Okay.
probably get beat up and die.
If you have no
I got
money.
no money.
I know it.
5.
5. Nothing happens.
I bet I would have lost
You were
health.
betting
'cause
with
you're
no money.
cute.
I know.
I don't
I got no
understand
money.
that.
Why would
That
I
doesn't
even
seem
beat
right.
it?
Because you're cute.
Okay.
We'll never know what would have happened. All right. We all had our encounters.
Bag time.
Bag time. Yeah, this is going to go real fast.
Here you go. Bag
There
it
are already
up.
11 doom on the card. The first token is a clue,
Sweet.
which appears Merchant District. So, third clue in the Merchant District.
Everybody,
wow, so many clues there.
Come
in
to the
Merchant
Merchant District.
We really should be investigating there for our trip to the future.
Yeah, yeah.
Another clue.
Oh my gosh.
East Town. I'm just putting it on top. I'm not shuffling it. Oh, it's not. It's Nikki's turn to draw. Good luck, Nikki.
Thanks. I know I'm gonna draw.
Draw the
good.
blank. Draw the blank and extend our torture for
Draw
one
good.
more second.
How about
No, how about a gate burst
Kapow.
in the Merchant District? Which
Oh man!
it doesn't end the game yet.
But I just cleaned it
It
up.
puts 1 on each.
I was getting excited.
It's not gone yet.
Wow, what if we
I know. Get another turn.
actually survive another turn?
Okay.
We have
we're
only,
not blessed and stuff.
we only have that one anomaly.
And a
Doom
Doom.
on
This.
East side.
Velma's Diner.
Oh, okay.
Wow. We were giving up.
Yeah, because we cleared 2 anomalies that
Yeah.
that with luck that turn.
Hey, a monster.
Hey, a monster. It is a robed figure. It spawns at the unstable space, which is Velma's Diner.
Which means
Hey,
it
another
immediately...
gate
Yes,
burst.
it does in KHG. And it's the Merchant District. Oh my gosh. So we'll choose which spaces to have 2, and the last one will be 12 on the card.
Okay.
And
Yes, thank you.
we'll put one of those.
No. I was all excited.
Wow, we had 0 there a
I
second
thought
ago.
I could maybe.
And there's 2 more tokens left, and it's
One is a blank.
and one's a monster. We actually get another turn.
Blank. And a monster.
Unless the monster adds doom somehow. It's a hooded stalker. It spawns at most doom, which is here.
Man.
Okay, we keep going for another half turn.
Well, we can't do it. That is just
No,
bizarre.
we really can't. It's so many actions and skill checks that we would never pass.
Well, we're blessed now. We have 3 people that are blessed.
It's true. We might as well try.
Yes, you
right?
never know.
We have only 2 clues, so first thing we have to do is get those 2 clues up on.
Yeah,
there.
we can't get them from here, which was going to be helpful.
But we got-
But
we got-
Rusty's right there.
And you're right here to pick
Yeah.
this one up. Oh,
Yeah.
but you lost your turn. You have no turn.
Yeah, because why not?
I really thought it was the end of the game.
Yep.
Okay,
All right.
so you're staying there. Somebody, in fact, I should come over there and try and pick up a clue, I guess.
Sure.
Wait, Lincoln, you have the other clue.
I do.
I can trade with you. I can come and get it and try and get.
Even though I'm lying down.
You're not like unvisitable. You just don't get
I
actions.
don't do anything.
I could visit him as well.
You could visit him as well. But I think
But I have to take care of this monster.
you do have to take care of that too.
So, why don't I take care of him right now? Well, let's see what everybody else needs
Yeah, let's
to
see
do
what
as
we
well.
need to do.
It's pretty.
It's pretty bleak. We need to take care of that doom, and we need to try and take care of some of this.
I guess I'll just hang out.
We need to try and pick up clues.
Yeah, you're the best Doom dealer, and you don't have any money to get to anything great. You can get to this one, but this is the one that really.
You should
doesn't
have
matter.
given me this spell too. I could have traveled quicker.
I'm sorry.
Doesn't matter. It's going to turn out not to matter. You're right. I can't get to anywhere. I can only get to you here or her here.
I had all kinds of things I
Or-
could do in this space when it was open. Now I've got.
And now it got ruined
Yeah.
really quickly.
For me, I think I'm just gonna take money and move over here.
You don't
Or
get that
just-
encounter.
You won't get that
though.
encounter.
It's
Move over
anomaly
here.
Still.
I'm cleaning these
Why don't you
things
try
up.
time travel? What is it? Up to 5 is what we figured out. Her astral travel.
Oh,
She's got to roll 1. It's a lore.
it's lore, but it's
lore.
only 2 plus the successes, so it's only
3 plus her
3
2. That means 5.
plus the money. No, 1 success plus 2 is 3, plus more for the money means 4 or 5.
Right.
It boosts her maximum by 1,
Right.
so she could go 4 spaces instead of 3 with that $1. If
She has to make it.
if she makes the spell with her 1 lore.
Okay.
And loses
Well,
her
rabbit's
sanity,
foot.
which she only has 2 of.
Rabbit's foot.
And I've got
You got 1 on there.
insanity on there
Cray
too.
cray.
So I'm cray cray.
Okay.
I don't know what to do. Maybe I
Yeah,
just
me
go
neither.
there, work on my sanity, forget everything else that's going on in the world.
I mean, I think you should stay there and try for clues, even though it's not really realistic.
Yeah. All right. So,
And let's see. Should I ward or should I try for the clue? I mean, try to get this one up there.
Try for that first. It doesn't matter. There's
You're right.
no way we're
You're
going to do
right.
it.
I know.
All this is going to reshuffle. The bag is now fully reloaded
Yeah.
again.
This is it, for
Well,
sure.
Most likely.
Most likely.
I'm just gonna move there. I think.
Go ahead.
so
Do it.
Yeah.
taking your 5 and moving there.
1, 2,
Money.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, your trust fund.
and I guess I'll do the money.
Yeah, there's nothing else to do. Unless you want to move 1 more, you have $1 in your hand.
Nope.
I'll
Okay.
try observation to put a clue on the scenario card. Failed, but I have.
Lucky cigarette case.
Oh, actually, I've been doing the cigarette case wrong. The cigarette case is not a reroll; it's an add 1, so it lets me add to this 3 and make it a 4, which
Oh,
is
wow.
a success. Yeah, it's better than a reroll, but I've been screwing it up
Okay.
How many times?
a couple times, but probably every time I didn't need to. Where's the 4? Because any 3 would have been a success for me on those rolls.
Right.
Right.
I'm sure someone will point it out, but I was thinking it was a 1 reroll anytime, but it's an add 1 to the die roll, which is way better. I succeeded with that, and I put the clue up here. Yay! We're 1/5 of the way to being halfway to
Sweet.
winning.
Sweet.
And I guess, since I can't ward anything, because I only have 2 actions, I guess I'm going to go over here. I guess I'll go here and just hope that the encounter lets me remove some. That's my only hope for now.
You don't have a turn, so I will be the last one with
You do stand up at the end of your turn, though.
a turn.
Your first action, evade, fight, or focus.
I'm going to fight.
Fight.
3 and 4 is 7 minus 0. And guess what? I'm blessed now.
Yeah! You should. There's no way you can miss on all these dice. Hey, you're right. You got it. All right.
Bye.
Yes. All right. Now you have 2 more. You can ward.
Let's ward. And that's
2
2.
dice for lore.
Yay.
Done.
Hey, too bad you don't have 2 to do.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
I could earn money.
you could do one of those.
Think about
Oh yeah,
could.
focus up.
Oh yeah,
Might
focus
as well.
up. And let's see, what do I need to focus up on for observation? I'll take observation.
All right.
Thank you.
Actually, delayed is one action is canceled, so you actually only lose half of your turn.
Oh, I stand up.
The first time you are performing an action, it's removing the token or standing up, and now you have one action on your turn, warding those dooms.
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah.
There's nothing else for me to do.
I know.
Unless I want to move over there and engage that guy.
Or you want to try to send him,
Send the clue up.
send the clue up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, do that.
That's 2, right? Lore
Yes,
again?
observation.
Observation? Oh, I only have
Oh,
one.
it's only one.
Oh.
Okay. Come on.
Nope.
No rerolls.
And
No.
All right.
and doesn't he lose bless on that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, because you failed a skill check. Oh. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. It was totally worth it. Okay, monster phase. These guys, we really got to take care of these guys. They're just throwing doom on the board every turn. This guy is going to move towards and engage the lowest strength,
Whoa.
which I think is a...
Me.
No, you have 3, I have 2. So actually, he's going to come here and engage me immediately. And he's going to do a damage and take me down to 1 health.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
That's all right. I'm going to live to see the end of the world. Those guys added their doom, and you got rid of
Yeah.
yours that you were engaged with,
Yes.
right? Okay. Oh, that also means I'm not going to do an encounter this turn because I didn't realize that guy was
Because
gonna
you're
reach me.
engaged.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. That was all the monsters. All right. No encounter for me. You
Yes.
there's no.
There's no monster thing here?
He added another doom.
Okay.
I'm at
No
the
one's in an
asylum.
anomaly. You're at the asylum. You're still at the cave, and you're still at the diner. Okay. Here, Black Cave for Lincoln.
Black Cave.
Black Cave.
It's a clue card.
A clue?
You follow the sound of footsteps into the cavern, then hear footsteps behind you. Will check.
I will check.
Will check.
No -1. Hey, I made 1.
That's all you needed. If you pass, you duck into a shadow and watch yourself pass by. You gain 1 clue from your neighborhood. Whether you pass or
Hey.
not, there's something written here on the wall. You may become delayed to gain 1 spell.
Sure.
Sure, do it. Why not?
Delayed again.
The card goes.
Yes.
I got
This is
the
me?
intervene
Nikki, you're-
spell.
Oh.
Incantation. It's got some cool illustration here. Once per round, while another investigator on any space is resolving a test, you may test lore -1. Add your test result to the other investigator's test result. Nice.
It's kind of cool.
Would have been good earlier.
I got
Good, Nick.
Nikki's.
Okay.
Arkham Asylum. The formidable Nurse Heather is not convinced that you require psychiatric treatment. You may spend $1 to help her past her misgivings.
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
I think she's wrong.
If you do, she not only checks you in for treatment, but offers you one of her vigorous, nearly painful massages. You or an ally recovers 3 sanity.
Boom.
Yeah.
Back to health.
Well, I still got 1
Back
on
to mental
that.
health. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter to you.
Doesn't matter. All right, he's at the diner.
Velma's Diner. The diner is as warm and cozy as you remember. You may spend $1 for you or an ally to recover 3 health. It feels like this place never changes. Roll for observation.
Go ahead and
Okay,
spend the dollar
Spend
first.
the dollar for the health.
Yay, we're all going to be healthy at the apocalypse.
Sure.
I'm
Sorry?
still in pretty bad shape.
So you can
Me too. No, I'm
enjoy
one tick from death.
You said observation? I just need one
mentally
more die.
healthy, but not physically well.
Either
Got
of
it.
them.
Okay. If you pass, even the newspaper is the same one from last week and the week before that. You gain 1 clue from your neighborhood.
Yay.
Clue.
Oh, we're so close. We got 3 clues ready to go. Ready to get up here. We're going to do it,
We
you
have
guys.
4 clues ready to go.
Well, 3 to go up. This
Yeah,
one's
yeah,
already up
yeah.
there. I know.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Okay, time for a mythos phase. What if
Mythos
we
are
make it?
monsters.
What if we make it by the skin of our teeth, you guys?
we won't.
Monsters already happened. They put out 2
Okay.
doom and attached to me.
Then we did our encounters.
We did
and
our
then we do-
encounters. Clue!
Get a clue.
Another one in the merchant district.
Sweet. That one's jumping in there.
Yeah, I know. Underneath there is all kinds of stuff.
Uh-huh.
Reckoning. That means
This is
the
bad.
cultists. Oh, including this one, which is on me. Okay, here we go. It's the end. Finally. This one adds 1. He can go, it goes on the cultists. This one has to go here, which will
Which is
open an
3.
anomaly. We'll
Yeah.
just be technical about it. This one is on me, which will be the 13th one on the card.
Oh, okay.
So, we now flip card 9 and read the Blind Chaos effect.
Oh.
Blind Chaos. The Demon Sultan emerges from the Great Rift over Arkham, and all air is sucked from the atmosphere in an instant. Earthquakes and volcanic eruptions tear the Earth's crust apart. All remaining life on Earth lasts for no more than a few fleeting moments of pain. Or rather, they would feel pain had their minds not already been shattered. Somehow, you survive long enough to watch everything else die.
Oh my gosh.
Investigators lose the game.
Bam.
Bam!
I'm fine with this.
I really think
Wow.
it was clearly on a downtrend those last few turns.
Yes.
But you guys, we were doing so well, I thought, at the beginning.
Yeah.
All right, hey, Lincoln. No, Rusty, you're a guest here. What did you think of this game?
Well, I've played an earlier edition once before.
Yeah,
I'm
probably
not-
second edition,
I'm
I'd
not
guess.
much of a co-op person, but this it felt like it had so much more flavor, so much more engaging. It was just enjoyable. I think the change here with the dynamic board, I think some of the minor changes with the cards and the such really helped the game. This is something that I might actually sit down and play again.
Cool.
I don't know that I'm going to run out and go, this is my new favorite game, but
Right.
this is in my opinion much improved.
Cool.
What do you think, Nikki P? You're semi-experienced Arkham player.
No.
We've played definitely more than Rusty.
Oh, yeah. I really like Arkham Horror. I like the world of it. I like getting immersed into the story, all of that kind of stuff. I did enjoy this. I had fun, but it did kind of, it was obvious we were going to eat it. And I kind of wish that it had happened a little faster. It seemed to kind of
we
It dragged
survived-
out the end
we
a little
survived
bit.
too
kind of
long.
lingered
Yeah.
a little bit.
Well, that's not it. The funny thing is it gave us a little bit of hope, right? We actually kind of thought, oh, maybe we might make it another round. It definitely didn't. We only got 2 tokens into this draft,
But it did, I almost feel like, I agree with you. Once we got to that final bad element, it really was like, we could have just ended it right there. There was no way we were going to win.
No,
all
but
those
you were
last
just
rounds.
saying we should play out to the best of our
right.
ability, which is correct.
But then, after having said that,
It surprised us. We won another round.
It
All
did.
those things. So, you
Right.
know.
And if we had been on the edge already, if we had already had a bunch of clues up here, it would have been possible to win by the
Right.
skin of our teeth.
Were you saying?
what, well, so having said that, the funny thing about that thinking, that line of thought I was going down, was that I had managed to get the last token off of this, get this up, and
Yeah.
I had, none of this was here, and I had two of
tokens,
these, and
yeah.
all of a sudden I was like, okay, maybe I was thinking too harshly, and it's good that we continued. But
Yeah.
then right
Then
away,
it reversed
it
right
all
away.
went right back
Yeah.
to what I had just cleared up. So
Beyond.
and
Yeah,
beyond,
worse,
and
yeah.
beyond, which is usually the way Arkham Horror kind of it spirals.
It spirals, exactly.
So if you don't take care of the little things that you think are like, whatever, it always backfires on you. It
And it
spirals
is
out of control.
a little bit like the outbreaks in pandemic, where like a small thing can like stack and stack up and then
Yeah.
just explode all over the place.
Right.
And the bad stuff multiplies.
Well, you're the true Arkham Horror
I am,
veteran.
yeah, it
Before I
is.
speak, I want you to.
I'm really pleased that Rusty responded so well to it, because I wasn't quite sure how this third edition reboot essentially was gonna keep the flavor and the
I
excitement
think it does
of.
a wonderful
I think
job,
it does a
actually.
pretty good job. Yeah, all the rest of us have played second edition and all the
Plenty
different
of times,
versions
yeah.
many, many times. And I really do think this does a pretty good job of streamlining what needed to be streamlined.
And it's still,
a lot
the
of the
story
things that
stuff
were
is still fun. I mean, it's all in
fiddly complex for no particular reason
Yeah.
have been really streamlined and made really easy. And it keeps all the flavor and adds in some pretty cool new stuff like the modular boards and the scenarios, which is the really cool stuff from the card game, the collectible card game that people really love, has been sort of ported into this. And like I would say the only drawback, and this is kind of a drawback with all Arkham games, is you're going to run through what's included in this base set pretty quickly. And you're going to want expansions. And of course they're going to make expansions for you to spend a lot more money on. But like there's only 4 scenarios in the base game. And there's only 12 investigators.
Okay.
So there's going to be plenty more of those in the expansions. You know it. But you're like a little bit limited if you wanted to play your base game 20 times.
Yeah, I can't imagine unless this was a failure, I can't imagine they're going to wait too long.
I can't imagine they're going to. I'm sure they have plans for it already. Not to speak for anybody that we don't know, but, you know, that's the plan. That's the way they run this business.
Of course. They've kind of like expansioned out Eldritch Horror. They have to move on to the next thing. Because they'd expansioned out Arkham Horror 2nd Edition. Like, there were far too many no more expansions.
For a game where some of the fun is discovering the exciting new thing that you haven't seen
Which
before.
is the nature of all of the games.
You're going to run out of
as far as
that
reading new things, you know, you definitely want to do that. And I'm sure there's going to be more. And I know that there's some people that are disappointed, and maybe that's just because it's moved away from the thing that they love and towards the things that we actually... I mean, I love all of the games that I've played. Maybe this one is more like Arkham and Horror, the living card game, and Eldritch, because it definitely is smoother. I do like that. I like the adventure aspect, because Eldritch is more like an adventure game. You're like, you're not doing so much where you're going around town and doing stuff. The weird thing I will say though is not a lot of like obvious places to go do a specific thing, right? You can do them, but they may not happen, and it depends on what comes, right? So if you went to the hospital, you were gonna get healthy in the previous version of this game,
right? If you needed a weapon, you could go to the store and buy things.
Yes.
You may not find the weapon you want, but you could go and buy.
I do like the store. I mean, I like this aspect of it from knowing what it is, but there's less discovery. Because you only discover new... You don't have the option to wipe all 5 and get 5 new ones. That's the only weird thing for me as far as the what is the game? Gensites, Thebes?
Yeah.
Where you're digging,
Yes.
There's more of that in the original Arkham, where you don't know what you're going to get because you're revealing cards from that location.
Right.
But that's okay. I mean, it's fine. I do like this. I would like to see a little bit more of that stuff, and that's okay. I mean, an expansion could change things like that as it is, even though I do love this kind of mechanism. But it's cool. I love the lore. It's fantastic, and it's new stuff to me. I don't remember... None of these seem like they're borrowed.
Right.
They may be
I mean, the items in the investigators a lot of them are...
the same
reused,
people, yeah.
But yeah, the lore and the scenarios are pretty much.
But
all new
I've
as
never
far as
played
I know.
Michael McGlenn before. I don't know if he has the same story in the other games, but this was fun. His stuff tied into everything about him, which is really fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I always like that stuff. I always like that there's elements to the story that reflect in your character, and it's pretty fun. And I mean, the funny thing is I honestly feel it would take a lot for me to dislike one of their games, right? Mm-hmm. Because they do a good job. Whoever they have writing for them is really good. I can't imagine, I know that there are people that do that. There are creative writers for them, because I don't think it's the designer.
Yeah. All the little creative story text on every single one of these cards
is just great.
One of the
fun.
best things about the game.
Yeah, and it's the thing I get into these games for.
Yeah.
It's definitely really, really cool.
Yeah, it's a story game, and I like the story games.
Yeah, me too.
And one thing also that I had always thought about with the original Arkham Horror was that you get the game, and it's a game board, and the positions are fixed, and you always know the path, regardless of the game you're playing, how to do this and where to go to get this and that. So the idea that these are modular, it was really neat.
I agree. Yeah.
So now, was this defined in the book?
It's defined on the card for the scenario.
Okay. Right.
There's a little map here on the back.
But it would be different for a different scenario.
Yep.
And I think that's definitely more interesting from the original fixed locations
Right.
on
there
the
are
big
there
game
are
board.
different neighborhoods on the back of each of these, and there actually are only 8 total neighborhoods. Some of them are duplicated on the backs, but so there are 3 decks of encounters that we haven't even touched yet.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, there's other stuff here, and the art is
The
just
street.
ridiculous.
The art is really
The
great.
Fantasy
yeah.
Flight is
Yeah,
just
see, so we have not seen
So there's
Uptown,
actually
and there's a
more.
whole deck of cards for Uptown and its 3 locations that we have that you'll get to in other scenarios. And of course, there may be other boards in other expansions
Right.
in the
yeah,
future at some point.
I really do like that though. I mean, when I first saw like a pre-production version of this at Origins or Gen Con, it looked great. I mean, it is weird. I mean, I do like the moodiness of the original board, and these white lines kind of break up that moodiness.
I still think the art is very
Oh, no, the
moody
art
and
is
dark.
fantastic.
I like it. I mean,
I-
I still think the mood is well placed.
Yeah, it's just weird. This stuff is, the white is weird to me. I don't know what it is about it,
A little bit, yeah.
but regardless, it's still
I
gorgeous.
think they want to really define that
Define
that
it.
is
Dude,
a
there's
space.
Ye old magic shoppy.
Nice, yeah.
Chopin.
Yeah, I was
Hey,
kinda
there's a
wondering about
hospital.
that.
Oh,
Oh, see, there,
Money
we just didn't
specifically
have it in
for-
our game.
for,
money
health.
for specific health. There you go.
I think you kind of alluded to this, Rusty, but I think it's a really good point in this game's favor is that, it's a co-op game that you can have fun even when you're losing.
Yes.
Right? The story and the atmosphere and keeping you engaged is so thick that you have fun even if all is lost. And you're just playing those last couple turns to see how long you last. I still think you can have fun with that. So I think that's a really mark of a well-made game.
I want to see what's on the other side.
Okay. Some of them are going to be the same, but some of them
Okay.
will be new.
Merchant District turned into South
South
Side.
side.
North side again.
Miskatonic University.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
so
there we
that's
go.
cool. That'd
Yeah,
be
we
a
didn't
fun
see
one,
Miss
too.
University.
And those all were locations that were on the second edition board, but now you just only see some of them each time.
Yeah, it's got the church, this one.
What are some of the other scenarios?
There are 3 others in the base game, as I mentioned. They are Echoes of the Deep, which is Cthulhu rising from the ocean, it appears.
Oh, wow.
Feast for
Wow.
Umordoth has something to do with ghouls and cultists, it looks like. And Veil of Twilight. That has some sort of big, horrible tentacle monster
that does.
covering the buildings. I don't know what Elder. There are many cards that we did not use in this game, of course. Monsters that would be different for each scenario. These archive and codex cards, which would tell you a different story for each scenario, of course. Oh wow, interesting! You can even have
Yeah,
different
that's
layouts.
why I was looking at the backs
I didn't even
for
think
the
about that, where they
layouts.
wouldn't all be connected. Like
Yeah.
this has its own sort of dead end area over here.
Yeah,
Neat.
that
Yeah.
is. Yeah,
I like that.
that is.
But I did notice that there were some Elder God cards, like not Cthulhu, but something else, like a big monster, an epic monster. One of the cards referred to.
Neat.
So there are other things like that. And I did mention one of these scenarios does not use anomalies at all, so it would only be in town without any sort of extra side deck. So that's I really think one of the cool kinds of things about this is how much the scenarios can
Well,
change.
I wish we'd gone
from
to the
game
future.
game.
You know what I mean?
I know. Well, I mean,
it was pointless, but
it was a neat.
Yeah.
It was neat that it was just like here's a new space, a new
Yeah.
place you can go with a different action. I really liked that, but yeah, it was just sort of it was just an end game option. It would have been neat if that was more of a involved in the story.
Well, thanks for teaching us, Aaron.
Thank you, and thank you guys for watching us.